them were phantom, I will say that. We scored a touchdown. They called a hold on us, which you can see it right there on film. Didn't see that. That negated a touchdown. But, something else we struggled with, obviously, we got inside the 10, not the 20. We got inside the 10 3 times and came away with no touchdowns. One of them was the holding call. And then there at the end of the game, we got down there and just couldn't shove it in. Tip your hat to Kickapoo's defense, but we had a couple plays drawn up that we thought we could execute, and we didn't execute properly. So we really got to put an emphasis on coming away with 6 when we get down there, instead of settling for a 0 or in the case the other night, Chase Larson, he was just great. Kicked 2 field goals for us, a 33 and a 42-yarder.
That's just crazy.
So, we came away with some points, but when you get down there in high school football, you've got to get in the end zone.
On the defensive side of the football, and this should not be lost in the shuffle, West Plains really played well on the defensive side. In fact, shut out Kickapoo in the second half of that ball game last week in Springfield.
We settled in a little bit. But they got 21 in the first half, and then they really played a great second half on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously shut them out in the second half. And, one thing we were kind of disappointed in is we didn't get any turnovers. And for a change, the offense, that was one positive. We didn't turn the ball over. But our goal is we want to get at least 2 on the defensive side, and we didn't come away with any there. But they really held up their end of the deal, especially there in the second half.
Lebanon is ranked number 3 in the state in Class 5. They beat Kickapoo by a score of 31-10 earlier this year. Last week, they wiped out Glendale 42-0.
Yeah, Will Christian's been there for a long time now, and they've brought that scheme with them, and it's taught from
Mighty Mites.
Fifth grade on up. And, Will was mentioning that in the Ozark preview, how, we got to replace all these linemen but one. But he said the ones that are going to be starting, though, they've been running this offense since 5th grade. So definitely an advantage. And not only that, the people don't realize it's an advantage in the continuity he has on his staff. He's got some of those same guys that I remember when I was at Malden and we played them at Mizzou team camp. Same crew. So really got a lot of continuity. That helps. But, offensively, they're like a 4-headed monster back there. All 3 backs and a quarterback can run it, and they're just good athletes, tough, hard-nosed kids. All the running backs have to block. That's a requirement in the flex bone. They got to block. Quarterback's got to be able to shove it up in there in the B and C gap, and he's a tough kid. He does that. And so they're very balanced in their run game. They do what they do. They've got their 5 base plays, and they're good at it.
So the kickoff is coming up between West Plains and Lebanon. Take a look at the rest of the schedule. Last night, Parkview and Glendale played at Springfield Glendale. Falcons beat the Vikings 37-8. Now, some of the other games that are going on around the area, at least in the Ozark Conference. This is not an Ozark Conference game, but what a game. You want to see a crowd? Show up tonight in Webb City, where Carthage will be visiting, making that little 8-mile drive. It will be nuts. Also tonight, Waynesville will be at Bolivar. Camdenton plays at Hillcrest. Springfield Kickapoo will be at Rolla. And in the SCA Conference, it'll be Ava playing at Thayer. Kabul will be at Liberty. Salem at Mountain Grove. And the Willow Springs Bears will be playing at probably the surprise in the area to this point in the season, the Houston Tigers, who are sitting there undefeated at 6-0. Also in North Arkansas, Mountain Home will be at Little Rock Christian. Steve Airy's team still trying to get that first win. They're 0-6. Salem will be taking on Melbourne. The Bearcats with a perfect mark to this point in the season at 5-0. And Blytheville will be at Highland as the Rebels try to pick up their second win. So we go into the game tonight. West Plains still hanging in the top 10 in Class 4 at number 10 And as I said, Lebanon number 3 in Class 5. Should be a dandy game. Homecoming, big crowd, lots of excitement, and it's coming up next. And we invite you to join us for the broadcast, and you can check out the live stream too at ozarkradionews.com. I'm Harlan Hutchison. Reed Grigsby joins me in just a moment here in the press box, and we'll go down to McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium next for the kickoff on Hot Country KDY.
This has been the pregame show on Hot Country KDY. Stay tuned. Zizzer kickoff time is coming up next on your home for the Zizzers, KDY.
So the kids come home every day with a backpack full of homework that you have to help them with. Who knew 5th grade math was so hard? This really cuts into the time you have to work on your own homework. The laundry. Load up and drop off all your laundry at Zizzer Coin Laundry on Porter Wagner and West Plains. They will wash, dry, fold, and even press your clothes if you want them to. They will do everything. But put it away. Zizzer Coin Laundry next to R&R Tire in West Plains, because sometimes you need help with your homework too.
Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67. Locally owned and family run. Everything lawn and garden under the sun. Your home is your heart and we make it shine. We know what you want, it's Hawkins time. Furniture, appliance, home and lawn pros. Hawkins Home and Lawn knows. Hawkins Home and Lawn. Best brands, best service since 67.
West Plains Zizzers football on Hot Country KDY. Tonight's game is brought to you by
Zizzer Coin Laundry, Wilbanks Tire, West Plains Lock and Key, West Plains Bank and Trust Company, USA Mortgage, West Plains, Taylor Grubauer, Chevrolet, Buick GMC, along with Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, State Farm Insurance, Justin Shelby, SMP Quality Auto Glass, TLG Peterbilt, Pepsi Mid-America. Also brought to you by Ozarks Healthcare Medical Equipment, Ozarks Healthcare, by Ozarks Hills Realty, Century 21, Monty's Outdoors, Long Electric, J&J Recovery, Hawkins Home and Lawn, Edgeler and Harper, Don's Auto Service, Current Incorporated, Captain D's, Butler Heating and Air, by Bureau, Ground Furniture and Appliance, Bailey Chevrolet, Pontiac GMC, and by Assurance Realty.
And now West Plains Zizzers football on the official home of the Zizzers, Hot Country KDY.
And welcome to McDonald's Field, Zizzer Stadium. Big crowd is gathered for homecoming tonight. And we have all the elements of a fun night of football, but it's going to be tough to come away with the W tonight as we continue this gauntlet of games after beating Rolla and losses last couple of weeks in Camdenton and Kickapoo. Reed, you put yourself in a hard spot if you're trying to go 2-2 against those 4 teams by putting yourself in a position where you got to beat Lebanon, because Lebanon is really a good football team.
Yeah, and they've been good for many, many years, and I think Coach Wyatt alluded to that in the pregame show, that they definitely have their system, the flex bone offense, and they are masters at running it. Always have a monstrous offensive line, and they have a couple pretty good big and fast running backs that aren't afraid to fit it up into the hole and get their pants dirty. So I'm looking for an exciting game tonight, but Harlan, it's all about the matchup. And you never really know. Lebanon was very, very good last year, and they beat us pretty bad last year, if I remember right. Then turned around the following week and lost to Rolla, which was a team we beat by at least 5 scores.
Right.
So in high school football, anything can happen. That's why we play the game. That's what makes it so great. On anything can happen on a Friday night. So it's all about the matchups, and if we play well, then we got a chance to win.
The Zizzers are going to be in the black outfits tonight with the red and white trim. The Yellow Jackets are in all white, and they took Notre Dame's helmets to play this football game this evening. We'll go over again. We have a pretty good lineup of games around the area tonight. We'll kind of touch on those as we go. And as we alluded to at the outset, In the district competition, West Plains still in first place by 6.5 points over second place Rogersville. But what we were talking about here before we came on the air tonight, and Reed mentioned this, it really depends who you're playing, because if, in our case, we're a Class 4 team, and our last 2 losses have been to Class 6 and Class 5 opponents, I think.
Yeah, that's a huge advantage for West Plains with our conference slate going into districts, because we're playing up each and every week with the exception of Hillcrest. So every team that we're playing is a much larger school than West Plains, whereas some of our district mates are playing down or at least playing level. So that's been the case in West Plains for many, many years, that, we may lose 3 or 4 games in conference. We get into district and we look pretty darn good because we're actually playing schools that are our size. And I think that's probably going to be the case this year as well.
Now, you weren't at the game the other night, but the miracle of modern-day technology allows you to see the game and even go back after the fact and watch it. What were your thoughts about the ball game last week?
My initial thoughts after watching it the first time was we played good enough to win, and we just did not pounce. We did not score when we needed to score. I mean, Coach Wyatt alluded to those 3 red zone trips that we made where we had it first and goal, I believe, in the red zone 3 times, and we came away with 3 points. You turn those into 21 points, we have a ball game. Hit a shutout in the second half. The defense played well, but we've got to get our offense in rhythm, which we haven't been able to do due to penalties. And if we can ever get into a place where we're getting our offense in a rhythm, I think we're going to see great things. And hopefully we can do that tonight and alleviate some of those holding penalties. I am going to point out one player, because I watched a replay of the game, and it's just fun watching these kids. And I know a lot of them from when they were little kids. But Peyton Reynolds, our left tackle, had a huge task going up against Andrew Link from Kickapoo, who is probably one of the better defensive ends in the state of Missouri. And I thought, Harlan, he held his own, and it was really fun to see a sophomore lineman from West Plains holding his own against a great player like that. So we have lots of things to build on at West Plains, and hopefully we can get everything cooking this season.
Well, the flip of the coin has occurred. I believe that West Plains is going to be received, and they will receive to start the football game. I believe Lebanon won the toss and deferred. A quick 30-second break. Kickoff coming up next from Zizzer Stadium on KDY.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY. Ozark Conference Football.
63 is the temperature, humidity at 46%, wind is light out of the north, so that means that the Yellow Jackets, as they kick off to start this football game, will be kicking into the wind. Boy, it'd be great, Reed, if the Zizzers could take this opening kick, establish a drive, and get a leg up instead of playing catch-up here in the first half of the ball game.
Very, very important to set the tone against a team like Lebanon. So we'll see what happens here on this first drive.
Jackets will kick it away. And here is the kick. And it's a short kick to about the 18, taken there on the fly. And now retreating to the right is Jesse Hudson, and he is tackled and lost a couple of yards on the play. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the West Plains offense as they come out, expecting it to be the pretty much standard group across the front line, as Reed was talking about. Reynolds at left tackle on the front line with Tuck Sanders, Hawkins, and Mahan. Watson Hafer at the tight end. Heston Miller, Jesse Hudson at the wideouts. Dawson Howell fullback, and the wideout Briggs Houston. Aiden Simpson is the quarterback, and we're ready to get this football game started on the first possession of the evening.
Yeah, we're having a little problem getting out of the gate. I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
We haven't even run a play, and already the officials says, "Oh, we need a better football." Must be something up with that one. We certainly have more foot. There we go. And we're on the cusp of getting this football game started. Only 2 more after tonight in the regular season. We'll go to Parkview next week and back home against Waynesville to wrap up the regular season. If you win this game tonight, you've got a great chance of going 7-2, and that would assure that you'd be in first in the district. Here go out the spread on first down for West Plains, and they will hand it to McCracken, and he gets hit hard but keeps his feet moving. He's still going across the 25 up to the 26-yard line, and there's some of what Joel Wyatt loves to talk about. McCracken is a really good inside the tackles runner.
Hard-nosed player. He's not afraid to get his nose up into the hole and get some yardage, but that's what you like to see, and that's the type of stuff you have to do against Lebanon. That shortens the chains. It's only 2 yards to go, maybe 1.5 yards to the line of gain.
Back to throw, out to the flat, out to right side. It's Hudson with the catch. Stutter steps, pulls forward, and gets a first down as he gets to the 31-yard line, and that'll be a gain of about 5 and a first down for the Zizzers, and they move the chains on their first series.
Big first down there, like I said, setting the tone, and it looks like we're going to try to get into an offensive rhythm, and hopefully the penalty bug won't hit us on this drive.
Kraken comes back into the lineup as Jesse Hudson goes out. West Plains in the black tonight, going left to right, north to south. And on 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line, their own. Here's McCracken, big run, and he gets up to the 45-yard line before he's stopped. And that's a gain of about 12, maybe 13 yards, and another first down for West Plains. I think we tend to overlook the fact for McCracken, this is really early in the season for him, and he's just kind of getting his bearings at the running back spot, and we see him get better every week.
Sure, I think this is only his 3rd game back in the running back position. He obviously played defense, but good to have him back.
Man in motion from the right side is Hafer. He goes to the left tight end spot. On first down from their own 45. Here he goes again. McCracken plows up the middle, gets across the 50 to the 47-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of 7, close to 8 yards. And I'm really liking this.
I am too, and if you'll notice, for those of you watching on TV, but we are getting a huge push off the ball right now, which is good to see, and that obviously is going to give McCracken options. It's going to open up some holes, and plus the defenders are on their heels.
Lebanon has good size. They're not huge. West Plains line doing a good job. It's 2nd down and 2. Running play up the middle again. McCracken will dive forward to the 44. That will be a first down. He needed a couple, and it looks like he got 3.
I like the looks of this drive, stringing together some first downs. Nothing fancy, just getting behind your pads and get behind your best players and making something happen.
McCracken has 4 carries on this opening drive and already has 32 yards rushing and inside of 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter from McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. Spread set this time on first down. Will hand it to Miller going left, turns it up inside, made a good move there, and he'll get down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. And so Heston Miller gets his first touch tonight, ends up with close to 4 yards.
Great job that time. He didn't try to bounce it outside. He followed his blocks and cut it up and got good positive yardage on a first down play. And like I said, that shortens up the chains. You have 2nd and manageable.
More like a gain of closer to 6. So it's inside the 40, marked at the 38-yard line. Everybody tight on the line this time. Toss play running to the right. And a big hit right at the line of scrimmage, so that ain't going anywhere. As Miller got the toss, they may give him maybe a half a yard, but it's going to bring up now 3rd down and about 3 for West Plains as Carter McCracken comes back into the football game.
Of course, we're in a position in the field now that we got 2 plays to get the first down. So not that important that you get it on this play, but we need to be edging towards that line of gain.
Here is a big 3rd down play. 3rd down and 3 from the 37. Running play to the right. And there's McCracken. Oh, he got stood up as he got about to the 36. Really good penetration that time by Lebanon from the linebacker spot. I thought that was 26. Nathan Bartell. It could have been 6. Preston Ellingson, whoever it was, just a perfect form tackle. It's going to pick up a yard, maybe a little bit more, but now a key 4th down early in the game here. Reed, 4th down and a couple. West Plains went all tight on the line. This time staggered eye to the right with 2 wide receivers to the right. Let's see if Lebanon blitzes here on 4th and 2. And now they'll pull back, and we'll get timeout called on the field by West Plains. 7:42 to go in the first quarter with a score 0-0. Back in 1 minute on KD1.
Hi, Zizzer fans. It's the Long Brothers again.
Do you know what we love most about Zizzers football?
Cheerleaders?
Popcorn? Goodbye! Sure. We also love that it brings the community together to celebrate one thing we can all agree on, the love of our town.
So thank you, West Plains athletes, parents, fans, teachers, and coaches.
Thank you for your continued support of Long Electric.
Long Electric, 293-6884.
Mother Nature here, and I am not happy. Old Man Winter and I have been having words. I am determined to fight for warmer weather, but something tells me he's going to be a real jerk and turn on the cold whether I like it or not. Well, I'll show him.
Butler Heating and Air and GeoComfort can help. Call Butler Heating and Air in West Plains now for a free estimate on a GeoComfort geothermal system. Butler Heating and Air, your authorized GeoComfort geothermal dealer.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Here we go. 4th down and a couple for West Plains after the timeout. Unbalanced line right. They run it right up the middle. 1st down and a little bit more for Carter McCracken as he gets it to the 30. And that's the way you love to see a running back hit the hole right there.
Absolutely, and he had a nice hole to run through and a good push that time by the right side of the offensive line, Garrett Mahan. And he tucked right up in there and got good positive yardage. That's a huge 1st down on this drive. Now we're getting down into the point where we're in the red zone and see if we can capitalize here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be the 9th play of this opening drive for West Plains. This time, Briggs Houston is wide left with, it looks like Jesse Hudson in the slot. They'll hand it off, running left with Miller, cuts it back upfield, and he'll get inside the 30 near the 25-yard line. That turned into a good play as he picked up 5, and Heston Miller did the smart thing. He didn't wait. He cut it up immediately and was able to get positive yardage there.
Yeah, obviously he's learned a lot this season because earlier in the season he would have tried to bounce that outside, but he did the wise thing that time, was able to pick up 4 or 5 yards. You got to take what the defense gives you, and if it's there, take it.
It must be, when you're as fast as Heston Miller is, the temptation is always to try to get wide, but you got to take it up inside, and he did right there. Now it's on 2nd down 5, running play to the right. Big hit on the near sideline on the ball carrier, and I think that was, who was that?
Lucas Conyers.
Lucas Conyers. Yeah. Good tackle on the near sideline after a pickup on the play of maybe a couple of yards. Close to the 23-yard line. It's inside the 24 at the very least. And now that'll bring up another 3rd down play, 3rd down and 5. But, of course, you're in 4-down territory at this juncture. Two receivers out left. Miller is in the slot to the left. Now we're going to have 2 aside. On the snap, we'll hand it off, and Conyers with a run inside the 20, and is the ball on the turf. It looks like the official was pointing toward Lebanon there, but it looks like he's going to be called down by contact.
Yeah, and I was really hoping that. It looked like that ball came out very late, and I didn't see it because of the scrum, but, well, they're going to give it to Lebanon. They must have seen the replay.
Quit showing replays.
I don't know about that, but obviously they've discussed it, and one of the referees saw something that maybe the other did not.
You knew it was bad when they started talking. You knew it couldn't be good.
Right.
So a fumble inside the 20 and a turnover. And it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Jackets. They have it at their own 18-yard line, and here they come with that flex bone, big hole, big hit at the line. Musia, their great running back, he was knocked off his pins by
Alex Judd,
the one and the only hitting machine, Alex Judd. So it's going to be a gain of 4, maybe 5, close to 5 yards. You're going to hear the name Musia a lot tonight. He is a really good running back. He's the lone guy back there right now, and he'll take the handoff again this time, and he'll just gallop and carry people with him up near the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for a Lebanon first down and a gain on the play of 6 yards.
Musia is 6 foot 205. That is a very large man for a high school running back, and he's a good one as well. But the key on defense for West Plains is you have to play Lebanon aggressive. You can't sit back on your heels and absorb them because they'll get 4 yards every play.
Again, that double wing flex bone formation. They'll eventually run the option out of this tonight. Man in motion right. Maybe a little movement on the right side. Pass underneath. The ball is caught. Good coverage on the play, but the tackle is made at about the 37-yard line. Well, that was a good throw. A little bit on the high side, but an even better catch, and that will move the ball. Let's see, they're going to mark that on the about the 38-yard line.
Good coverage that time by Stauffer. Just, players make plays sometimes, and thankfully did not get the first down.
From the 38, inside counter play, big hole, and a first down across the 50. Tackle at the West Plains 48 by Jesse Hudson, and they ran an inside counter play with one of their wing backs, and so it's a first down.
Yeah, good run by Lebanon that time, and good blocking scheme up front by the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
That's a gain of 14 on that run. And now man in motion again. They'll run it with Musia, and he'll hit right over right guard and be stood up at the 45-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards on that play. That time West Plains shut the hole down pretty quick. And Mahan, one of those on the tackle, and he'll come out of the ball game.
Shut it down pretty quick. He's still able to get 3.5 yards, and Lebanon's perfectly happy with that.
No wide receivers. Single running back. It's second down at about 6. Toss play. They'll run it to the left. They've got some blocking. And the runner up the sideline is finally knocked out of bounds near the 31-yard line. I thought now we got a flag coming in really late. And that was thrown from way back by the referee. He threw this flag about 20 yards.
I'm afraid we're going to get called for hitting a player out of bounds.
Well, there were 2 officials standing right there, and nobody threw a flag. Yep. And was that what it was?
Late hit out of bounds. Yeah, I was afraid of that. He was about a yard out of bounds when we brought him to the ground.
Well, that'll take it down to about the 16-yard line. So there's number 1.
Yeah, no, and then those are the penalties that we cannot tolerate. We can't have. I mean, those are the types of penalties that will lose you ball games.
We're yet to stop this Lebanon offense here in this opening drive. They'll line up as double wings again. Man in motion right. They'll hand it off Musia, or they're going to go wide instead. And the tackle is made as a quarterback for the first time tonight. Kept the football. Threw me off. Gain of 9. It'll be second down and 1. There's a lot of things you can do out of this flex bone, kind of reminiscent of the old wishbone offense. But when you run it well, I'll tell you what, this thing is hard.
I believe we got a hold. Yep. They threw a flag late there, Harlan. We got a hold on the Yellow Jackets, so that's going to back them up 10 yards. So we get 10 yards back out of the 15 we gave them.
Gavin Smith, the quarterback, on the run that last play, but a penalty of 10 yards on a hold that time. And the other thing that you'd like to see happen, if you're West Plains, that first down play is so important, because if you can force them to maybe throw the ball, that would be outstanding under most circumstances. Now, after the penalty on first down, the fumble football, loose ball, West Plains has it. Alex Judd is on top of it.
Yeah.
That ball squirted straight up in the air, and Alex Judd was on it just as it hit the ground.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we needed to happen. Looked like they had some momentum and got a little sloppy with the ball, and Alex Judd was able to knock it free. And now it's 1st and 10 Zizzers from our own, 27?
17.
Oh, 17, sorry.
That's all right. Maybe we'll be at the 27 before very long. West Plains in the first series, before the fumble, really moved football well.
But it's all for naught. If you're going to put forth all that effort, we need to score.
First down from their own 17-yard line. Aiden Simpson at quarterback with a single back. He'll fake it. He'll throw it underneath a little slant caught by Big Watson Hafer. He'll get across the 25. He'll get up to the 28-yard line. And that is a gain of 11, and that is a first down.
And that was a play that was wide open last week against Kickapoo. We hit it a couple times. There was a few times where the throw was just a little off, and maybe there was a couple where Hafer should have been able to reel it in. But that's a great play. It kind of catches them off guard, and good yardage on first down.
The Zizzers with a fast-moving first quarter, just under 3 minutes left. It's all been on the ground, so that clock's going to move. 4 down linemen now for Lebanon. The snap and the handoff. They'll run it to the right and get 2 up to the 30-yard line. On the carry was Heston Miller that time. So a short gain on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 8 yards to go. And Carter McCracken will come back in the ball game. He'll come in for, I believe, he came in for Heston Miller, so he'll line up in the backfield. And this time, Jesse Hudson wide to the right. Let's see if West Plains goes a little play action here. 2nd down and about 8 out of the straight eye under center. Aiden Simpson from the 30-yard line. Fake rollout. He sets. He throws down the field wide open and caught. And a first down that brings Houston to the 42-yard line. Boy, that ball was put right on the money and a gain of 29.
That was a beautifully thrown ball that time for Simpson. Great play fake. The Lebanon defense bid on the fake, and Briggs Houston made a great catch downfield. That didn't get the yardage gain, but you probably did.
Well, I said 29. That's pretty close. 29 yards.
We're going to call it 29.
And it's a first down for the Zizzers. The ball is marked at the 42 of Lebanon. Under center again. They'll throw it out here to the flat. Caught by Hudson. Skips up the sideline. Good gain. He's going to get a first down and quite a bit more as he gets across the 25-yard line to the 22. They're going to call him down while still inbounds. And a nice pickup on that play. A first down for West Plains at the 22-yard line. A gain of 20 for Jesse Hudson.
And you got to like getting Jesse Hudson the ball because he can make anything happen from anywhere on the field. Just a good all-around player, and got great yardage that time. Great catch, and was able to evade contact.
First down and 10. The Zizzers had a terrible time in the red zone last week. So with that in mind, let's see if they maybe go up top here early. From the 22-yard line, they'll hand it inside. Nice hole for the fullback. And a good gain on the play, a first down. Dawson Howell, he doesn't get many touches, but when he does, he usually does something with it. Gain of about 8 on the play.
And he's a big kid, has good feet, and he did a great job that time weaving his way through the hole and getting positive yardage. I have him listed as 6'3", 220. I'll say okay. I know the kid pretty well. I don't know that he's 6'3", but close enough.
He's solid.
He's very solid. And is a good football player.
Another timeout is called. And I'm not sure. I would say since West Plains is coming toward the sideline and Lebanon just kind of standing out there, that this is. They're going to have a measurement. That's what it is. Okay. Well, Dawson Howell may have picked up a first down when this is all said and done.
He might have. They're going to stretch the chains out. I believe he has it, Harlan. Nope.
Boy, it's close. And I'll tell you, especially reflecting on our misadventures inside the red zone last week, I I'd be greatly tempted just to quarterback sneak this and get the first down and go again. Because it's you could get the first down without even getting to the 11-yard line, and that would give you a 1st and 10 here deep in the Lebanon end of the football field.
Brings the second down about 3 inches for the Zizzer.
Yeah, you have big Magnus Sanders there at center. You know, it's very tempting to do a quarterback sneak and pick up this first down. Of course, that's what Lebanon's going to expect as well.
Lead the way, big boy.
Oh, yeah.
I just need a foot. Aiden Simpson with a straight eye behind him, right behind Magnus. Motion man, they're going to hand it off right side. McCracken first down as he gets to the 10 and is driven back by the Lebanon defense. And so the clock stopped as he gets the first down. And it'll be first down and goal to go.
Good looking run by McCracken that time. You know, he only needed half a yard. He picked up possibly two to three, and that's going to make it first and goal, maybe? It'd be really close.
Let's see where they've got the ball marked. Well, it must be. I don't know. They've got the sticks stretched.
First and goal. The sticks just backed up.
All right. First and goal from the 10. Toss play running right. McCracken tries to get to the corner and is tackled at the 6. Well, that was Heston Miller instead of McCracken. Gain on the play of 4. We need some variation in our number sets here. 22, 23, 26. That's a little too much for my tired eyes. So gain up to the 6. Gain of 4. And it's second down and goal to go from there. Aiden comes to the sideline, comes in with a play and Carter McCracken. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Dominated by West Plains, time of possession. Neither team has scored. West Plains threatens with the score, 0-0. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
Some things you might not know about getting keys made for your vehicle. You do not have to go to the dealer to get keys made and programmed, and you do not have to wait for a company from the big city to drive down and do it for you either, which also means you do not have to pay expensive tow bills to get your car to the dealer. West Plains Lock and Key can cut and program keys for most vehicles new and old and will come to you. Call West Plains Lock and Key 256-8862, where tradition meets technology.
Are you in the market for a new home here in southern Missouri? Hi, this is Michaela Jones with USA Mortgage. I have over 20 years experience in real estate lending and can help guide you through the process. When you're ready for a loan, find me on Facebook or in the Silver Springs Business Complex, just off Bypass 63 in West Plains. We are USA Mortgage.
DAS Acquisition Company, LLC, DBA USA Mortgage, NMLS 227262. Not a commitment to lend. Additional terms and conditions apply. Headquartered 12140 Woodcrest Executive Drive, Suite 150, St. Louis, Missouri. 63141. Toll free 888-250-6522.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Well, we nearly had a spotting the ball foul up, which I'm sure eventually the West Plains coaches would have caught. They tried to sit the ball back about the 11-yard line, but it is inside the 7.
Almost lost 4 yards on the quarter change.
And we didn't even do anything.
Didn't do anything.
Wide receiver left. And now on second down from the 6. Option play, toss it, turn it up inside. A little bit of room, spinning down to the 4, maybe the 3-yard line was Carter McCracken. And they ran it to the left side, and Carter was able to find a little bit of room, not much. Gain 2, and now it's third down and 4. It gets harder the closer you get, especially against good defenses.
Absolutely, and Lebanon had that defensively, had that played very well. A really late pitch from Aiden Simpson to McCracken allowed us to get positive yardage.
All right, here we go on third down and 4. Let's see if we run a counter right here. Nope. Roll out to the right. Aiden has it, throws it back in the end zone. Cut! Touchdown, West Plains, and Briggs Houston on the receiving end gives the Zizzers a 6-0 lead.
That was a beautiful throw, and I'll tell you why. Because Briggs Houston is about 6'6". Aiden Simpson threw it where either Briggs was going to catch it or was going to go through the back of the end zone. Beautiful drawn-up play, great catch by Briggs Houston, and it feels good to have the lead on Lebanon.
11-12 to go in the second, and Simpson hits Houston for the touchdown from 4 yards out. Here comes the extra point, and one of the stars for West Plains last week. Larson on to kick the extra point. Snap good, hold is down, the kick is up, and it looks perfect. And it is. And by the way, that 42-yard field goal that Chase Larson kicked last week, that'd have been good from another 10 yards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And great kicker, great kid, and really, really good soccer player.
7-0 West Plains. We're back in a minute. Make that 30 seconds. Back in 30 seconds on KDY.
Hello, my name is Hazel Patel. My husband and I purchased a home through Assurance Realty with Angie Worley as our real estate agent. We were very happy with the process from start till the end. We have been very happy with her services.
Hi, this is Angie Worley with Assurance Realty. If you have property to sell in either Missouri or Arkansas, we are the brokerage for you. Call 417-372-5420 and ask how we can help prepare your home for a smooth transaction. And remember, at Assurance Realty, it's all about you.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
7-0 West Plains, and really, Reed, the Zizzers have stopped themselves on their first possession with a fumble, and that time they held on to it and were able to punch it in. So two really good drives to start the game.
Yeah, and that second drive was a thing of beauty. That was a really, really nice drive. Took a lot of time off the clock. We marched it right down the field. Had a couple explosive plays and was able to get points out of it.
Larson will kick. 7-0 Zizzers. Here's the kickoff, and a really good kick back to the 3-yard line. Fumbled. It's picked up by the Jackets, and they have all kinds of another fumble. This time it's covered by Lebanon, and it'll be 2 fumbles on a kick return, and yet Lebanon holds on to the football.
Right. But that's a scary deal when you're back there and you fumble the ball and you have about 11 black angry jerseys running right at you. So it's no shocking that he fumbled it the second time because he may have been freaking out a little bit.
Caleb Nail was freaking out a little bit, but he was able to get back on the football after nearly turning the ball over. Here we go on first down. Gavin Smith is the quarterback for Lebanon. They have the ball at the 13-yard line on first down. Out of the double wing. Will fake it, option it right, tosses it ahead, a block in the back, missed tackle up the side, 40-yard line, tackle at the 45. I see no flag on the play. And was there a fumble on the play? There may have been a fumble on the play. Well, from the looks of it, they're going to mark it short of the 45, so it'll still be Lebanon football. A gain on the play of 32 yards. Boy, it looked like a block in the back when he turned it up here on the right corner, but no flag on the play. First down for Lebanon after a big pickup on first down. They'll run it left with Musia. Big hole, big run. He's still going, tackled at the 35-yard line. So a gain on that play of, let's see, they're marking at 35, and that means that he's going to be picking up 22 yards. So 1st and 10 as they come up quick. Man in motion from the left side. Jab step goes back, and he'll reset. Lebanon may change the play here. Motion man left. Handed off Musia. He's getting some blocks as he gets across the 25 down to close to the 23-yard line.
Lebanon does a really, really good job of hitting the line of scrimmage extremely fast after the handoff, and all he needs is just a small hole, and if our defense is not playing aggressively, then he's going to get positive yardage.
9 more yards that time for Musia, and it's 2nd down and short, and they'll run it right up the middle to get the first down across the 20-yard line. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for Lebanon. Musia, he may carry the ball 25 times tonight.
Oh, yeah, or more.
Or
sure.
more.
Yeah, and he was such a great player last year, and I believe he played quite a bit as a sophomore, if I remember correctly, back when we had him here 3 years ago.
All-state player back for Lebanon this year. From the 17, quarterback Smith will keep it. He'll run, get to the 15-yard line. Quincy Doolittle got him. along with Miles Foster. It'll be second down and about 7.
These flex bone offenses, you don't see it very much anymore, but when you see a good team run it, it's a thing of beauty, and they have at least 3 players in that backfield that run it very, very well.
And now we're looking at second down at about 7. Smith under center. They don't go out of the spread. Toss play running left to the wingman. Cuts it up inside. Tackle be made just shy of the 10-yard line. And that'll bring up a third down and about 2. Good job tackling on that play. Good one-on-one tackle. We're down to 8:57 and counting in what may be, outside of a turbo clock, the fastest game that we'll have all season. Third down and a long 2 from the 10-yard line. Smith takes, hands off Musia. Turns it up inside, and he'll be wrestled down, but not before he gets a first down. Down to the 5, gain of 5, first and goal for the Jackets.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think there's, been 4 passes throughout the game, 1 for Lebanon and 3 for West Plains, and they've all been completions.
Tackled by number 2, Ryder Kinslow.
So the ball marked just short of the 5-yard line. The Jackets try and answer that West Plains touchdown with one of their own here. Single back. Handoff, Musia right, finds a crease in the end zone. Touchdown West for Lebanon. It looked like West Plains had that play kind of bottled up, but Musia, he just needs a sliver of space, and he's able to punch it in for the score. And so it'll be extra point time now for the Jackets. There was a wad of tape laying out in the middle of the field. I was hoping it was a penalty flag, but not the case. And they'll go for 2. 8:26, Musia goes in. And now whistles blow. West Plains is going to call timeout. 3-6. We had 10 men on the field.
Yeah, that, and also Lebanon lined up with the regular offense. They were going to go for 2, so I'm not sure that we expected that, and we might not have had the right personnel on the field.
8:26 to go. As the Zizzers and Coach Dixon will talk it over. 7-6 ball game. At this juncture of the game, you don't think about how important it is to make an extra point or get in the end zone. But Lebanon, this is probably the way they work anyway. They're not that interested in getting 1. When you run the ball like they do, you're thinking of 2 instead.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've been successful on getting 3 or 4 yards on every play, and basically a 2-point conversion is first and goal from the 3.
Here we go on the extra point try. Musia squats back behind the quarterback, Smith. And the 2-point conversion, the snap, toss play, running left. They find the crease and spin. The dives forward. Did he get in? Yes, 2-point conversion is good. Boy, that was close. As the wingman took it, swept the left end, and just barely got into the end zone.
So they're going to talk about this. I think he fumbled it on the way into the end zone and then recovered it on his own, and you can't advance a fumble on offense. So, no, they're going to give it to him.
They meet after that, and it's no big deal. Okay, 8:26 to play, second quarter. West Plains trailing Lebanon 8-7, and we're back in 1 minute on KDY.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedic and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why they are on the sidelines cheering you on and ready to step in should anything happen. Dr. Edwin Roeder is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about the OZH Orthopedic and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
If you are buying or selling real estate, you need an agent that will dot all the I's and cross all the T's. At Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty, they take pride in their customer-focused approach to every situation. Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. Don't settle for average. 417-255-2121.
Hi, this is Brad Bonham at Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. When you're ready to buy or sell, come see me at 1822 Porter Wagner Boulevard in West Plains.
We come back in the ensuing kickoff. We got a flag down on the play. The ball out of bounds at the 27 on the carry, but West Plains ran that misdirection thing again, and, well, that opens you up sometimes to block it in the back and things like that. So let's see what the official call will be. I didn't recognize the call.
I didn't either. And anyway, it went against us.
Well, it only went 5 yards back, so
Sure.
it goes back to the 15-yard line. That's pretty impressive by Lebanon. They fall down 7-0, and they come back and take the lead in this ball game in a drive that lasted 2 minutes and 48 seconds. They went, I think, essentially 83 yards.
They said it was an illegal forward pass.
Huh. Well, since we handed the ball off, it's kind of interesting. First down and 10 from the 15-yard line, West Plains now. Let's see if we can eat up some of this second quarter clock and march this thing down and get to halftime and crown the homecoming queen. Long time to go. Here we go. First down from the 15. Running play right up the middle. McCracken breaks 2 tackles, 3 tackles, and look at him carry people to the 27-yard line. And fans, that's another West Plains first down.
Man, it's so good to have him back, and he doesn't have that hand all wrapped up like he did earlier in the season from that unfortunate accident. Still does have a little tape on there, but, man, he runs the ball hard, especially after contact.
So a nice pickup on that play of 11 yards. It's a first down for West Plains here. And the line of scrimmage is going to be, looks like 27-yard line. On the snap, handoff in the backfield, and run by Heston Miller, or that was McCracken. Yeah, McCracken. 26 on the carry, and another good gain of 5, almost 6 yards on the play.
Again, still getting a very good push off the offensive line. We're winning the battle of the trenches so far on the offensive side of the ball, so that usually bodes for good things.
7:20 to go in the first half, clock running. West Plains trails by 1, 8-7. Tailback gets it, and here's McCracken with that head up, gets across the 40 near the 43-yard line. A lot of running backs will slightly bow their neck a little bit and put their helmet down as they go through the hole. Carter McCracken had his head straight up and looking around, and he was able to get good yards.
First and 10, Big Red.
Is it safe to say, would it be an overstatement to say, that Lebanon has not stopped us yet?
They have not stopped us yet. No. So this is the type of game we like as a West Plains Zizzer. Really the only person that can stop us is us.
First down, play action, slant over the middle, good catch. There's Watson Hafer. He may score. He's at the 20, the 15, 10, 5, and that's 57 yards and a touchdown for West Plains, and Watson Hafer with the score.
There's that slant play that we talked about earlier in the game that was open during that Kickapoo game, and it was for sure open that play, but great throw by Aiden Simpson and a great catch and run after the catch by Watson Hafer. He showed some speed that I didn't know the young man had.
He kicked on the afterburners when he got in the secondary, and he pulled away from the pursuers in the white shirts. So that makes it 13. That didn't take long. It's 6:35 to go in the half. 13-8 is the score. That covered 57 yards. Now Chase Larson will try to make this a 6-point game. Snap, good. Hold down, kick up, kick, good. West Plains by 6 with 6:35 to play in the first half. Zizzers 14 and Lebanon 8. Back in a minute on KDY.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends. What's for dinner? Domino's Pizza has the decision made for you. Right now, get 2 large, 1-topping pizzas and any 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $19.99. You heard right. Order your choice of 2 large Domino's 1-topping pizzas and get a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for only $19.99. Call in, order on the Domino's app, and get this bargain carry out or delivery. Only at Domino's of West Plains and Mountain Grove. Domino's. Oh, yes, we did.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
We went from a fairly conservative, ground-oriented game and not much scoring. Suddenly it turns into arena football. It's 14-8. West Plains with a 6-point lead, and they'll kick it away. Here's a squib kick. Tough play. It's loose on the deck. Loose on the ground. Did West Plains get it? They've got it.
That was the perfect opportunity for that play, and Lebanon did not see it coming. Squib kick, and it bounced just the right way, and good coverage by the West Plains Zizzers, and that's a way to steal a possession. They can't score if they don't have the ball.
That was pretty sneaky. A good kind of sneaky.
Yep.
Sites got credit for the fumble recovery. And boy, when that ball hit the turf coming off the tee, you had essentially 10 black shirts, and they had their bead on where that football was. They were going after it. When it took that first big bounce, we knew we had a shot at it. Turnover, Lebanon. West Plains ball with a chance to increase their lead. Out of the spread set, fake one way, cut right up the middle. There goes McCracken with another big run down toward the 31-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of a little over 10 and a first down for West Plains.
Once again, another good run, and we said during the break, I like what I'm seeing here in this first half. We just have to keep up the tempo. We have to keep up the momentum. We have to keep up the pressure on the Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
McCracken's stats here in the first half are going to be very impressive. Musia's will be very impressive for Lebanon as well, but West Plains with a 6-point lead and moving the ball again from the 31-yard line. Option play left, toss late. They'll get it back there to Miller, who will try to push his way up the sideline for a few more yards, and he ended up getting close to 4 on the play.
Good gain on first down, and like I said, you don't have to. Not every play is going to be a touchdown. It's okay to get 4 or 5 yards, and I think that seems to be our mentality coming into this game tonight.
Second down, 6. Line of scrimmage, 28-yard line of Lebanon. And Lebanon's defense, they've been on the field a lot here in the first half. So let's see if we can wear them down a little bit. Tight end left from the 28, running play up the middle. And look at Dawson Howell, rumble, 20, 15, 10, 5, dives. And that's a touchdown, or is it not? It is a touchdown, West Plains.
Great counter play that time. Little misdirection. Counter it back to Dawson Howell, the fullback, coming across the left side. And he showed some speed I didn't know the young man had.
That was impressive.
That was very impressive.
28 yards, I think, on the touchdown run for Dawson Howell. Now the extra point try is 20-8. Extra point try, hold down, kick is up, and just barely missed from being blocked, but instead it's good. It's a game of inches. It's 21-8. West Plains with 5:55 to go in the first half. You're listening to Zizzer Football. We're back in a minute on KDY.
If you want to prove to your neighbors that you own land, you need a deed. But if you want to prove it to yourself, you need a tractor. That's why Coyote's made 2 all-new subcompact tractor models, the CS2220 and CS2520, feature drive-over mid-mount mower option and 22 25-horsepower Coyote diesel engines. They also come with available loader with quick attach bucket standard and available backhoe. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, today at Lunch Equipment. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Here's the kickoff. West Plains goes up 21-8. Line drive kick is kicked by the return man, and he breaks some tackles, and here he goes up the right side, and Chase Larson will save a touchdown as he tackles him at the 33-yard line.
You hate that we have to do it, but you got to like a good kicker tackle, and Chase Larson did a great job keeping contained on that. But a little bit of a breakdown in coverage on that kickoff team. I thought it was a knuckleball kick. I thought we were going to be able to catch him short, but he was able to recover and get good yardage.
First down 10 for Lebanon. They have it in great field position at the West Plains 33-yard line. We have 5:44 to play. Gavin Smith, the quarterback for the Jackets, will check the sideline, and he's ready to go. On first down, running play right. There comes Musia, and he'll get inside the 30, down around the 27-yard line. Nice pickup on the play. That's good for 5, maybe 6 yards.
So what Lebanon's thinking right now, there's 5 minutes left. They do not want to give West Plains the ball back with any time left, and so they're going to do some clock management here. They're going to try to cram it down our throats, and they want to score right before half because they'll be getting the ball first.
5:15, clock running. Handoff, you see a big gap as he gets through the hole and gets slung down finally by Jesse Hudson in the secondary. And that's plenty for a first down. Tackle made at the 18-yard line. So Gallon play at 9 yards at a first down.
Huge hole that time over on the left side of the Lebanon offense, and so they're getting off the ball and making some nice blocks.
First down, 10 to go. 19-yard line of West Plains. Zizzers up 21-8. Motion man, toss it to him, running short side, left side, and a tackle made at the 13-yard line. And Kinslow was one of those over there, possibly. Yep. Rylan Kinslow on the stop. So tackle made at the 13. That's a gain of 6 and bring up second down and 4.
Brings the second down about 5 yards, and the Zizzers are on defense.
Jackets in the white. They're on the far left hash mark, going left to right. Play changed on the sideline. Motion man from the wing now goes back. Long snap. Here's the handoff. You see it tripped up in the backfield. He gets to the 11. That's going to be about it. Good carry on the play, but good defense that time by West Plains as they stop that. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, they're going to call that a gain of 3. So third and 1. This is a huge play right here. If we can stop them short, they may be tempted to try to kick field goal.
Man in motion. Toss, power sweep, running left, and he is driven back. That's short. He did not get a first down thanks to Jesse Hudson. Coming up, Quincy Doolittle out there. And so that will should bring up fourth down and at least a yard on that play. The play before that, by the way, I wanted to throw in the tackle made by Jackson Hunter. Made a good play. Here we go. Fourth down and short.
They'll hand it to the fullback, and he only needed a little bit. He's going to get plenty inside the 10 down close to the 5-yard line, and that was Musia and a first down for the Jackets.
You mentioned 74 Jackson Hunter. He is just a freshman. He's able to play some varsity just because he is a big, strong kid. I'm looking forward to watching him for the next 3 years.
First and goal to go for Lebanon. Quarterback Smith keeps, turns up inside, hit hard right at the 1-yard line. Boy, it looked like he was going to go in for the score, and all of a sudden, I believe it was Seitz that made the stop. He just came from kind of the blind side, and he just folded him up right there at the 1.
He's met at the line of scrimmage by number 51, Quincy Doolittle.
2.5 minutes to go in the half. From the 1 on second and goal. Smith keeps, leans forward, pulled back. I don't see a touchdown call.
Yeah, they're going to call him short. I don't think he got...
Somebody got behind him and pulled him back on the West Plains side.
That's right. He wasn't able to extend the ball over the goal line. Good defensive play that time by the Zizzers.
So they get nothing. You say, well, they're still just inside of a yard to get into the end zone. Yeah, but they have to snap the ball again. Anytime you snap the football, anything can happen. From the 1 on third and goal. Gavin Smith sneaks, and he didn't get it. He didn't get it. He is stopped short of the goal line.
There's a flag on the play. I don't know if they're going to get us for offsides or a false start. We'll see here.
Illegal procedure in Lebanon. With 1:40 to go in the half. Well, there's something else that can happen when you make them snap the ball again.
So instead of 3rd and 1, they're going to have it about 3rd and 6. 3rd and a very short 6.
I'm still keen on number 20, though. It's 3rd down. They're in 4-down territory, so this is not a do-or-die play here. And Musia is in the backfield. From the 5 on 3rd down and goal. Toss play, running right. Wingman tries to get to the corner, and he is in for the touchdown.
Number 26.
Good play that time by Lebanon. They've been hammering up the middle, and they decided to pitch it out to the right side that time and had good blocking. Touchdown, Lebanon Yellow Jackets.
Jax Glendenning scores the touchdown from 5 yards out. Now the extra point try. 1:35 to go in the half, 21-14. Extra point, hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 1:35 to go in the first half. It's been entertaining. West Plains leads Lebanon 21-15. Back in a minute on KDY.
If you happen to be in an accident, keep this in mind. You have a choice in who tows your vehicle. So make the right choice and call 256-7628 for J&J Recovery and Towing of West Plains. They answer the calls 24/7. They will get to you fast and take your vehicle to the destination of your choosing. So if you're in a wreck, breakdown, or whatever reason you might need a tow, make the right choice and call J&J Recovery and Towing 256-7628.
Just arrived at Monty's. New fall favorites like Columbia fleece, hoodies, and flannel shirts at 20% off. Find the latest styles of Under Armour, Hook, and Life is Good apparel, all at 20% off. Check out the restocked hat wall, over 400 new hats available. And take a look at all the latest in camo, boots, and hunting gear, like the new Tacticum Reveal 2.0 cellular game camera. Stock that trophy buck from your cell phone. All this and more just arrived at Monty's Outdoors.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Here's the kick by Lebanon, and that will sail down to the 11-yard line. And the ball is fumbled, now moving back up the left sideline, 10-yard line, 15-yard line, and what could have been just an apocalyptic event. West Plains able to get the ball back out across the 15 to, they're going to mark that on the 17-yard line.
Jesse Hudson very smartly made something positive out of something very, very bad. So, we're going to have a 1st and 10 from the 12, I think is where we're going to mark it. That seemed a little short to me, but it is what it is.
They're going to mark that on the 17-yard line.
17, yeah. One of these days I'll be able to read the yard markers, Harlan.
That's all right. 1:26 to play. First half, West Plains up by 6. On first down, they'll run it with McCracken, and he ran into a white wall at the line of scrimmage. And that goes nowhere. It'll be no gain on the play, second down and 10. And if you're West Plains, unless something pops here, I think you're probably content to go in up at the half. Down to 1 minute to play in the half. Clock continues to move. Now, if this is a short gain, we may see Lebanon call timeout. Motion man from the slot is Miller. Roll out to the right by Simpson. He rolls, he rolls, he rolls, he rolls. He's still rolling. Turns it up at the 20-yard line and tackle there. So a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards on the play. And timeout is called by Lebanon. I thought that was a really smart play on Aiden Simpson's part. Unless you're 110% sure that you can get that ball to an open receiver in that particular situation, he did the smart thing just holding on to it.
Yeah, hold on the ball and did not go out of bounds. So he was able to burn about 20 seconds and force Lebanon into a timeout. So smart play by a young man.
So Joel Wyatt comes out to talk to his group on the near sideline. West Plains wearing the all black tonight to celebrate homecoming with the black hats and red and white trim. And it'll be third down and about 6. So do you tempt fate here and try to get something here and get the first down, or do you keep it close to the old vest?
I think at this point you keep it close to the old vest. I'm not sure how many timeouts Lebanon has left, but I think they have 2. So whatever you do, Lebanon's likely another timeout right after this play.
We're going to line up in the spread. Third down and 7. And now a little swing pass out of the backfield. It's caught by Miller. He'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. Back toward the 19-yard line. Oh, that was McCracken. Carter McCracken on the reception and carry, and we're going to get another timeout. With the clock stopped with 34 seconds. That play just took 2 seconds. He may have gone out of bounds, actually.
Yeah, he might have, but still should have burned more than 2 seconds.
Hey, what's going on down there anyway? 34 seconds left in the first half. Aiden Simpson is the punter. Single man back deep for Lebanon. Might be a good idea to kick this away. Try to negate much of a return. Let's see if Lebanon comes after and tries to get a block. Aiden stands back at his 7. The line of scrimmage is the 20-yard line. We're waiting for the referee to make his way to his standard position. He was all the way on this near side talking to the West Plains coaches. All right, we'll start the play clock, and here we go. Let's see if they get a big rush here. Snap good. No rush. Kick is away. And a really, really good kick. It bounces at the 39-yard line, takes a Lebanon bounce, and will be down at the 41-yard line of Lebanon. That was a nice kick by Aiden Simpson, who don't talk about his kicking very often, but that was a very good kick, 39 yards and a first down for Lebanon.
Yeah, very, very good kick. And Simpson is talented in many, many ways, and it seems like he's getting better as the season goes on.
First down and 10. There's 23 seconds left in this first half. West Plains up 21-15.
back. Smith is going to throw it. He does underneath hook and ladder. They toss it back to the wingman, and he's up the sideline and out of bounds at the with 15 seconds to go. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So a gain of 17 on the play. So it's going to bring up first down and 10 with 15 seconds to go.
No, I know we have to be. We got our speed team back there in the safety positions, and we've gone to a prevent defense. But man, sometimes the prevent defense drives me crazy.
Prevents you from winning a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Here's up the middle, Musia tackle immediately, and again, Hunter on the stop. Timeout call with 11 seconds to play in the half. Jackson Hunter's having a good game tonight.
Yeah, and he's one of those kids that has a lot of upside. He's still very, very young and played JV the other night, and I was able to come over and watch the JV squad play on Thursday night, on Monday night against Kickapoo, and those young kids played extremely well against Kickapoo.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. And so we're approaching halftime, the halftime ceremonies. This is easily the biggest crowd we've had all season.
Sure.
I was hoping that would be the case. A lot of people made that drive down from Lebanon, dodging deer, to come down here to watch this ball game.
Lebanon has a great football tradition. They've produced several Division I football players and a pro player or two, and they take their football serious at Lebanon, and they also travel very well.
Tristan Wilson, who played right tackle for them, is up at Mizzou this year. Boy, he was something to watch last year. Here we go on second down with 11 seconds to go from the 40. Pump fake. They're going to lob it deep down the side, incomplete. Rylan Kinslow was back there. Jesse Hudson was trailing the play. They tried to get the ball down the left sideline, but that ball was overthrown, and now that'll bring up with 6 seconds to go. Second down, that is. Second down and 6.
This will likely be the last play of the first half.
Preston Ellenson was the intended receiver on that last play, and here we go. May be the last play of the half. From the 40, back to throw. Smith, he's going to roll right. Got a lot of pressure on him. Gets to the sideline and hit and knocked out of bounds. That ball may have been fumbled out. It doesn't matter. The half is over. And that's going to do it. We've played 2 quarters of football. Homecoming for 2022 for West Plains. It's been a dandy so far. The Zizzers 21 and the Lebanon Yellow Jackets 15. And we're back in a moment on KD1.
Hello, my name is Hazel Patel. My husband and I purchased a home through Assurance Realty with Angie Worley as our real estate agent. We were very happy with the process from start till the end. We have been very happy with her services.
Hi, this is Angie Worley with Assurance Realty. If you have property to sell in either Missouri or Arkansas, we are the brokerage for you. Call 417-372-5420 and ask how we can help prepare your home for a smooth transaction. And remember, at Assurance Realty, it's all about you.
Are you in the market for a new home here in Southern Missouri? Hi, this is Michaela Jones with USA Mortgage. I have over 20 years experience in real estate lending and can help guide you through the process. When you're ready for a loan, find me on Facebook or in the Silver Springs Business Complex, just off Bypass 63 in West Plains. We are USA Mortgage.
JAS Acquisition Company, LLC, DBA USA Mortgage, NMLS 227262. Not a commitment to lend. Additional terms and conditions apply. Headquarter 12140 Woodcrest Executive Drive, Suite 150, St. Louis, Missouri. 63141. Toll free 888-250-6522.
Hi, Zizzer fans. It's the Long Brothers again.
Do you know what we love most about Zizzers football?
Cheerleaders?
Popcorn? Goodbye. Sure. We also love that it brings the community together to celebrate one thing we can all agree on, the love of our town.
So thank you, West Plains athletes, parents, fans, teachers, and coaches.
Thank you for your continued support of Long Electric.
Long Electric, 293-6884.
Hi, this is Les. Get ready for fall with Oregon Log Splitters. We have the 25-ton 2500 series log splitter in stock. It was designed with the homeowner in mind, providing the power, durability required to meet your needs. High strength, heavy duty H-beam design, horizontal and vertical operation, optimized wedge and log catcher included for only $14.99.
Per Speed and Farm Supply, we're more than a farm store.
Wilbanks Tire in West Plains is your stop for any auto or tire repair you may need. Wilbanks Tire has been in business in West Plains since 1978, so they are well established and reliable in the community. Open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday at 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains. Call the guys at Wilbanks Tire for tire specials and for auto and tire repair. 256-9571. 256-9571. Wilbanks Tire, proud supporter of the West Plains Zizzers.
Has your doctor prescribed CPAP therapy? If so, we can help you learn the proper way to use it for the most results. Sleep apnea can cause other health problems if gone without treatment, such as hypertension, stress, and depression. We are focused on your health and will make sure your equipment is clean and operating properly. See us at Ozarks Healthcare Equipment, your trusted provider of home medical equipment for over 35 years.
Do you have trouble getting started in the morning? Need a little help? Conquer the morning with Mountain Dew energy drinks from Pepsi Mid-America. 180 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 2 cups of coffee. 0 grams added sugar. There's zinc to help support your immune function, and vitamins A and C, antioxidants, Dew charged with 6 great flavors, and the perfect way to start the day. Conquer the morning with the help of Mountain Dew energy drinks from Pepsi Mid-America.
If you are buying or selling real estate, you need an agent that will dot all the I's and cross all the T's. At Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty, they take pride in their customer-focused approach to every situation. Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. Don't settle for average. 417-255-2121.
Hi, this is Pam Cochran at Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. When you're ready to buy or sell, come and see me at 1822 Porter Wagner Boulevard in West Plains, Missouri.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
We're back here at Zizzer Stadium, and at the half, it's 21-15. West Plains on top by 6 in a game that was really not a whole lot going on in the first quarter. West Plains held on to the football in the first half for a long time, and in the process, because they were able to keep the ball moving down the field, they picked up 243 yards of offense compared to 122 for Lebanon. But Reed, that's part and parcel of holding on to the football and moving the chains.
Moving the chains and not getting behind the chains because of penalties. And so we were talking at the break, if we would have played like that, good clean football with no holds throughout the first part of the year, we'd be undefeated right now. And I strongly believe that. And but yeah, what a great first half by the West Plains Zizzers. Second half is going to be another mountain to climb, because you know Lebanon's going to come out ready to play. They're not used to playing from behind.
You know, we look at high school athletes and we go to ball games and we see a team, you know, 1 week to the next. You see improvement. That's something I think that we don't take into account very often, and that is, no matter how well you've played the first game, second game, third game, as the season goes, and I think you see this maybe more in football than you do basketball, because you got a week between games. But there is such thing as just getting better. And this team really looks a lot better than they did a week ago.
Getting better and then cleaning up those silly mistakes. And you know, I mean, I experienced it real life, and a lot of players do. Anytime you have a coach transition that's coming in with a different system, there is most definitely a learning curve there. And you can try to hammer those things out during the summer or during two-a-day practices before the season, but you really don't know how your team's going to react to the new system and how they're going to perform until they're under the Friday night lights and have stiff competition on the other side. So, you know, the first 4 or 5 weeks made a lot of mistakes. We left a lot of opportunities on the field. We had some good games. We had some bad games, but that first half was the most complete half of football I think that we've put together this year.
Well, actually, two things kind of jump out from the first half for West Plains.
not very few penalties. And I've been trying to keep track. I counted no negative plays.
Right.
Those are two things that have been hurting us in ball games, and we've got a handle, at least in the first half, on both. Now, knock on wood, second half, but that was one of the best halves of football I think that West Plains has played this year.
Yeah, you have to take what the defense gives you. And sometimes I think our biggest flaw is that we try to do too much. And we have the athletes where we can have explosive plays, but not every play is going to be explosive. So if you see a gap and you're able to get 4 or 5 yards, that's a good play in my book, and that's a good play in Coach Wyatt's book, or really any coach's book. If you can get 4 or 5 yards, then you string a couple plays together like that, you're moving the chains on down the field, and that's exactly what we've seen tonight. And then the big plays, the explosive plays, will come, but you have to lay the foundation of marching the ball down the field, and getting the defense on their heels, because when you cram it down the defense's throat by running it right at them over and over and over again and get positive yardage, it wears on a defense mentally and physically. So the explosive plays will come.
And that running game opened up a 57-yard touchdown pass to Watson Hafer right down the middle of the field.
Absolutely, and that play would not have happened without the aggressive play and without, getting those 5 and 6 yard plays and putting those drives together. The defense starts keying on that. They start second guessing themselves. They start freaking out a little bit, and all of a sudden you have an open player downfield and able to make a very nice, long, explosive touchdown.
And we moved the ball consistently. Lebanon never really did, except for that last possession when we're kind of with an eye on the clock. But Lebanon's defense never really did stop the Zizzers during the course of the first half, and that offensive line must have been doing it. You mentioned twice at how well they were getting off the football and really beating Lebanon up front.
Yeah, they're getting a 2 to 3 yard push right off the snap. So anytime your offensive line is doing that, you've gained 3 yards without even hitting the defense. And so great job by the offensive line. And we talked about this before the game. I am so impressed with that offensive line. Magnus Sanders anchoring it as a senior there at the center. And we have a couple young guards, a couple young tackles. One young tackle, one senior tackle, and they're doing a really fine job tonight.
Tell you what, we've got some sophomore kids that are already pretty good players, and this really speaks well for the future.
Yeah, and those sophomores, they've been playing together for a very long time, and that's a really good group of kids. That junior group of kids is good. I mean, they're all good kids. I don't want to take away from anybody, but not only we have a great senior class with talent, but we have talent coming through the pipeline, that we are grooming to take over this program into the future. And year 2 under a new coach is usually much different than year 1, because they've had a whole year in that system. They've had another summer to polish up the mistakes that they made the year before. You go into year 2 and you should be hitting on all cylinders.
And you know what the new coach wants by the time you're into the second year. You know what the way he wants to play, what he expects out of you, and it makes everybody more comfortable too.
Yeah, you know the expectations. You've spent time in the weight room. You know what his expectations are there. You've gone to camp. You've built some camaraderie. So year 2 is generally the better year for a new coach. I mean, going back to Steve Airy, a lot of people forget about this. He's a legendary coach, Hall of Fame, Missouri Hall of Fame type coach, and first year he was here, he did not win a game. And that, I think our memory is a little bit short, and that wasn't all that long ago. I mean, in our lifetime, it's maybe a long time ago to some people, but 10 years ago, when we weren't winning a game, or we'd win one game a year, then all of a sudden year 2 we're a little bit better. Year 3 we were almost unstoppable. So we will get there, and Joel Wyatt is a phenomenal coach, but I just beg people to offer a little grace and a little patience and let us work out the kinks, and we're going to be a good football program for years to come.
Let's not be spoiled,
Right.
It wasn't that long ago, like you said. The thought of entertaining the kind of success they've had in the last 10 years would just be laughable almost.
I know when Travis Smith first asked me to do this radio gig with him, I can't remember what year it was, but it was a long time ago, and we were literally celebrating first downs. And then, then we were able to, put some things together, get these kids in the weight group, get our Mighty Mike program going, and year 2, year 3, year 4, you've built a program. And so the good thing about Wyatt, he's not starting from scratch. I mean, the program is already good. You know, all he has to do is step in and take it to the next level.
Your 2022 Zizzer homecoming.
Let's see who the homecoming queen is.
Mia Thomas.
Oh, Mia Thomas, congratulations. Mia Thomas is the homecoming queen for this year at West Plains High School. I think I'm acquainted with some of her kin. Mia, congratulations. And boy, do we have some eye-catching. I mean, if you're flying over in the space station, you can probably see some of these dresses they've got on out here, man.
You know, and that's what's great about homecoming. And it's one thing that I love about high school football is it's such a spectacle with all the pomp and circumstance. And folks, if you're not here, and I understand you're sitting at home watching on TV or listening to us on the radio, but this is a huge crowd, and they are fired up. And it is fun to see. We have people sitting in the end zone up by the field house, which I haven't seen this year. Student section is absolutely packed, and with the band playing and homecoming court, and then of course the fans and the game that goes on in front of us. It is the pomp and circumstance of high school football is one of my favorite things on the planet.
You just given me an idea. You know what they need to do is get some big white rocks and make a Z out there, kind of like they have at Faroe Field, you know, with the big M up there.
Well, that's kind of a sore spot with me, Harlan, because me and a couple of my buddies when we were in high school, we actually constructed a Z in the end zone. And when they expanded the fence back there, they took out the old Z that we made back in 1992, and has not been replaced yet. So I'm gonna have to bring that up with somebody. To get the band back together and get that Z reconstructed.
It's halftime, and Ms. Thomas, congratulations. Homecoming queen for this year. About 7.5. I'll make about 10 minutes before the second half starts. 21-15. We'll go over the score from the first half in a moment here on KDY.
Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment and Kubota have been helping people around the farm for over 40 years. You can get the job done and get it done right with the Kubota L-Series line of tractors, like the L2501 all the way to the L4701. See the powerful Kubota L-Series tractors assembled here in the USA at Edgeler and Harper.
Hi, this is Charlene Smith. Remember, we are two names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, Mountain Grove and West Plains.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Friendly and familiar faces are the first thing you'll see as you walk through the doors at Don's Auto Service in West Plains. After 40 years of serving the Ozarks, Don's Auto Service makes sure their expert staff gets you the best and most qualified information on your vehicle repairs. Whether it's under the hood, maintenance, or tire related, they have you covered.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Howdy, mateys. Captain D here. I just came up with a great way to serve my scrumptious fish. A fish sandwich. I got Cajun catfish sandwiches, spicy giant fish sandwiches, and southern-style flounder sandwiches. So don't flounder around. Get into Captain D's and try one of my sandwiches, invented by me. Hey, while you're here, come by and try my seafood gumbo. For lunch or for dinner, Captain D's is a winner.
For anything you need around the office, think Bureau. Office furniture? Think Bureau. Pens, paper, forms? Think Bureau. Cleaning and janitorial supplies? Think Bureau. Need supplies but you don't have time to get it? Think Bureau. They deliver. So for anything you need for the office, think Bureau. Stop by and see them just off the square in West Plains or online at thinkbureau.com. Bureau, 202 West Main in West Plains.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
Hi, this is Taylor Grubaugh. We place our very best price in the windows of the vehicles and online. So not only you can see it, so can our competition. So it has to be good.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet in West Plains.
For the last 2 years, selection in furniture stores was very thin. That's not the case at Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains. Brown's Furniture has truckloads arriving every week, and they have a showroom full of furniture to fit any decor. Speaking of decor, they have that too, so you can get your home ready for fall. Maybe you're needing appliances. See Brown's. Brown Furniture and Appliance, growing with the Ozarks since 1949. 24-month, same-as-cash financing available with approved credit.
Since 1883, West Plains Bank and Trust Company has been a reliable partner to area farmers. Working the land has and always will be key to the success of our area economy. When it's time for new equipment, additional land, or a herd expansion, we can tailor your loan to ensure growth for future generations. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
For the next few seconds, picture yourself retired. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? How do you feel? Whenever you picture your retirement, planning early is the best way to make it happen. I'm State Farm Agent Justin Shelby with offices in Houston and in West Plains. I can chat with you about the kind of retirement you want and then help you find the best ways to save for it. A little today can go a long way tomorrow, so let's get started now. Call me, State Farm Agent Justin Shelby, serving all of southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. And picture yourself a happy retirement. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
Mike Akers is, I don't know if he's just listening or if he's probably watching the game. And he's out there in San Diego. And he is a big-time Zizzer booster and alumni. He's pulling for the Zizzers every week, and he's probably pretty happy right now. 21-15 is the halftime score with still 24 minutes of football to go, but we're pretty happy with the way things have developed so far. We got folks that watch, listen to the broadcasts all over the place, and we appreciate each and every one. Well, this game, there's nothing going on until early second quarter with 11-12 to go in the half. On a third down and goal from the 4-yard line, Aiden Simpson rolled out right and just threw a perfect pass to the back of the end zone to Briggs Houston to give West Plains a 7-0 lead. But then a drive that took less than 3 minutes with 8:26 to go in the half. Musia went in from 4 yards out for Lebanon. 2-point conversion made it 8-7 Jackets. West Plains responded. 6:35 and Simpson hit Hafer on a 57-yard touchdown pass. He ran right down the middle of the field and ran past everybody to get the score. Then an onside kick. A little trickery on the part of the Zizzers resulted in eventually with 5:55, Dawson Howell on a 28-yard run, giving West Plains a 21-8 lead. Jax Glendenning scored for Lebanon with 1:35 to go in the half from 4 yards out, and that's where we are, 21-15. You know, it's great to have a game like this when you have this kind of crowd, because the entertainment factor has been really good in this football game.
Oh, absolutely, and the kids feed off of it too. I mean, you might not think it's that big of a deal, but this crowd, I don't know, even a small high school crowd, this crowd here is probably a couple thousand people, if not 3. It's pretty loud down on the field when the crowd gets rowdy, and the kids for sure will feed off that, and it certainly helps with the momentum more than what people realize.
Tomorrow, speaking of football, tomorrow on Q94, the Mountain of Rock, the Missouri Tigers will play at the Swamp in Florida. And if we'd had the nerve, Reed and I would be rolling in filthy lucre if we had bet on Mizzou to at least cover the spread last week. 30 points, and they end up losing by 4. I'd say they at least covered the spread. But, man, what a kick in the stomach the way they lost that football game. You may have maybe the best place kicker in the country.
Right, oh sure. And very entertaining on top of that.
and missed a little chip shot.
Yeah.
A guy that I don't think's ever missed an extra point try, and he missed a little chip shot that would have won the game. But isn't that just kind of the way it goes when you struggle?
That's the way the cookie crumbles when you're playing a very good team like Georgia, and they have the ability to shift it into a different gear and go down and take the lead on you. So still a great game by Mizzou, and they are in the rebuilding phase too, and year 2 or 3 into the Drinkwitz era. I think they'll get there eventually, but it's going to take a little time.
And again, the same thing we talked about a little while ago about West Plains. It may be, people will say, well, that was a fluke. I don't know how you go 4 quarters against the number 1 team in the country, and just pretty much go toe-to-toe, and you lead for all but like 5.5 minutes of the ball game, and it be a total fluke. Maybe Mizzou is just getting better now.
Mizzou is most definitely getting better, and you can tell that from watching the first game of the year to watching that game against Georgia. They're a totally different team, and they figured out where their strengths are, and they're getting the ball in the right hands, and they were able to string together a really good game against Georgia, and hopefully that'll carry over into, I feel, a very beatable Florida, especially if Mizzou plays the way they did last week.
Final break before the second half starts. The score, 21-15. West Plains leads Lebanon in Ozark Conference play. Homecoming, and Mia Thomas is the homecoming queen. And by the way, it's all in the family, isn't it?
That is correct. And Miss Amy Thomas her mother was the homecoming queen back in I'm not going to say the year. Yeah, I will. 1988. Amy Thomas was the homecoming queen here at West Plains High School. So it's generational.
I bet they just can't sit still right now. What a great night for Dave and Amy. Anyway, and for Mia, it's close to the second half start. We're back with a kickoff in 2 minutes on KDY.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedic and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why they are on the sidelines cheering you on and ready to step in should anything happen. Dr. Edwin Roeder is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about the OZH Orthopedic and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
If you own one truck to a fleet of trucks, TLG Peterbilt understands that when you have one broke down, it's more than lost time. Here at TLG Peterbilt, uptime all the time means we have the right parts for all models of trucks and trailers to get your truck back on the road and your drivers home for the game. Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Visit us at tlgtrucks.com or on Highway 60 in Willow Springs.
John Bailey again from Bailey Chevy GMC in beautiful downtown Willow Springs. Supporting our local schools is just part of the Bailey factor. You'll hear us cheering our local high school teams on the air and even on the sidelines. Come check out our great selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs today.
The 4693111 Bailey team is gonna get it done.
West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
Reed Grigsby to my right. I'm Harlan Hutchison. 21-15 starting the second half from McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium. This huge homecoming crowd enjoying it so far, except for the Lebanon side, and they brought a lot of people down 5 Highway coming out of the hills. Here's the kickoff by West Plains to start the half, and it's caught on the fly at the 20. Return up the left side, and a good coverage that time by West Plains coming down to make the play. We had 3 or 4 black jerseys. Quincy Doolittle was one of those coming up off the pile.
Quincy Doolittle is one of those players. He seems to be everywhere on the field and plays with a high revving motor. He's one of those fun kids to watch coming out of that middle linebacker position.
You know, Reed Grigsby is as good as anyone that I've ever had the opportunity to work with doing football. It's because he doesn't miss anything. And we'll give you an example here in a little bit. Here's a running play on first down. Quarterback keeps it, option to the left. And that didn't get very far. Quincy Doolittle on the stop that time as it went around the left side. And also Carter McCracken be a gain of about 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. So I'm sitting here at halftime, and Reed takes the roster and leans over and points at a number, and I look at it. A sophomore for Lebanon, and his name is what?
Fidel Castro.
Spelled just like the other one. Here's a 2nd down play. Running to the left. They'll toss it wide, and they'll take it down sideline 50, 45. He may score. He's at the 30, 25, and he'll be tackled short of the goal line at the 1 on a play that broke from the 34-yard line. That's going to be a 65-yard run, first and goal for Lebanon at the West Plains 1.
Nice option play by Lebanon. We had the quarterback assigned, but somebody forgot about the pitch man, and our defensive end must have got sucked inside, and that's what happens in option football. If you give them a little bit of a crease and some space outside, that pitch man can go to the house.
Here we go on first down and goal to go from the 1. Jackets try to tie. They take it right over the top, diving into the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
I didn't know if they were going to call it or not. He got spun around about a 180 in the air, and I wasn't sure that the ball ever crossed the plane, but they have a much better view of it down there than I do from way up here.
I believe that was number 20, Kate Musia on the carry.
Musia on the touchdown run. They didn't mess around that time. They just went with their bread and butter and got in, and it ties the game at 21.
And that's the danger, again, of option football. If you lose your assignment, there's nobody there to bail you out. And that's exactly what happened on that long touchdown run, or long first down run.
Extra point to try and break the tie now. Lebanon went for 2 on their first score. They kicked the last, and here's the next attempt. And it looks to be good, and it is. Well, that took all of 1 minute and 3 seconds, and Lebanon has regained the lead here at McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium, 22-21. Lebanon kickoff back in a moment, and you're listening to Zizzer Football. Back in a minute.
What's for dinner? Domino's Pizza has the decision made for you. Right now, get 2 large, 1-topping pizzas and any 2-liter Coca-Cola product for just $19.99. You heard right. Order your choice of 2 large Domino's 1-topping pizzas and get a 2-liter Coca-Cola product for only $19.99. Call in, order on the Domino's app, and get this bargain carry out or delivery. Only at Domino's of West Plains and Mountain Grove. Domino's. Oh, yes, we did.
If you want to prove to your neighbors that you own land, you need a deed. But if you want to prove it to yourself, you need a tractor. That's why Coyote's made 2 all-new subcompact tractor models, the CS2220 and CS2520, feature drive-over mid-mount mower option and 22 25-horsepower Coyote diesel engines. They also come with available loader with quick attach bucket, standard, and available backhoe. Stop in and see my parents, Scott and Crystal Brown, today at Lunch Equipment. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Lebanon kicks off. They regain the lead, 22-21. The kick bounces at the 12, getting the end zone ball. And it does this touchback, and boy, that was very close.
Yeah, it was. It really kind of danced along the goal line there for about 10 yards, it seemed like, before it finally took an oblong bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
That was really close to being a 59-yard onside kick.
Correct.
Instead, it's 1st and 10 for West Plains, and now let's see if we can reestablish that rushing game that was so good in the first half. West Plains total offense 243 yards, and about 160 of that was on the ground. Didn't really point out, but Aiden Simpson had 87 yards passing in the first half on limited throws. Under center, they run the counter play up the middle, and that will pick up about 5.
Yeah, I don't think Aiden Simpson's thrown an incompletion, so yeah, that is going to gain about 5. But yeah, I think Aiden Simpson is 4 for 4, maybe on his passing plays.
Dawson Howell on the carry that time. And if he keeps doing what he did in the first half, he's going to get plenty more chances. Second down now, a gain of nearly 6 on that last play from the 26-yard line. Spread set. Carter McCracken will be on the right hip of the quarterback. Simpson looks, throws to the outside. That ball is caught. 30-yard line, 35-yard line, 40-yard line, 45, 50. And Heston Miller is knocked out of bounds across midfield. Big play. They got him isolated, Reed, and he was able to use that speed and pick up big yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and Heston Miller, if he ever gets where he has a little bit of space between somebody, he can pull away really quick. So great yardage on a little screen pass to Heston Miller. And hopefully we see some more of those explosive plays this half.
32 yards and a first down. 22-21, Lebanon with the lead. Wide man out to the right side is going to be Briggs Houston. 2 receivers left, man in motion, Miller. They'll fake to him, counter play. There comes McCracken, big hole, upended at the 37-yard line. McCracken with a good run, gain of about 6 on that play. Good ball handling by Aiden Simpson as he got Lebanon to go for that fake to Miller, and McCracken ends up with a good gain. Nathan Bartle, a 6 foot, 185-pound senior, made the tackle for Lebanon in the secondary. And we can say it again. Lebanon has not stopped West Plains yet. Running play to the left side. Cover it up. McCracken spins away. And tackle at the 25-yard line. A little stumble from 6 right there. That was close.
Yeah, but he was able to spin and take contact and get great positive yardage. And, man, he's having a game.
A first down. And West Plains keeps on moving the football.
That's good enough for a Zizzer.
Really good job by the West Plains coaches to map out this offense against this Lebanon defense. Everything's working well. Handoff left. There's McCracken, runs over a guy and gets it inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6. Almost 7 yards.
Yeah, good job by the coaches, but these are the types of things that you can do when you can put together a string of offensive plays and go with your strategy instead of being behind the chains and fighting with penalties. And so that is the difference in this game.
Maybe this is what it looks like when we eliminate that kind of stuff. And
I think you're right.
We have really been effective running the football. Out of the eye set. Second down, running play left. Here's McCracken following his blocks, turns it up. He'll get something out of it. He'll get more than something. He got down near the 11-yard line and turned what should have been about a 2-yard gain into a 7-yard gain and a first down again for West Plains.
That was a perfect block by number 60, Justin Tuck, pulling out there and got his hips around, was able to seal off the defender. I couldn't tell if he was on a linebacker or a defensive end, but it was a great block, and that was what sprung McCracken for good yardage.
The really good running backs don't just blow up in there through the hole. The good ones are patient, and Carter McCracken had 2 guys that he was following, and when he saw that gap, that's when he shot through and was able to pick up an extra 3 or 4 yards. 1st and 10 for West Plains. We can get a first down without a touchdown. Running play left to the corner. Here's Miller, bounces off the defender, dives in, touchdown. Oh, they're going to call him out of bounds. Out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That was close to a score as the back, Miller, got to the sideline. When he planted to take on the last defender, he must have stepped out. But it's at the 3-yard line. West Plains is very close to another first down.
I believe they're going to give us 1st and goal from the 3. We'll see where they spot this. It'll be extremely close to a first down. No, 2nd and inches.
In the red zone.
2nd down, very short from the 3-yard line. Simpson turns, hands off, and a hole and a touchdown. Carter McCracken over the left tackle makes it 27-22.
Having a monster game, Carter McCracken is, and he was able to go over the left tackle, who's my man, Peyton Reynolds, who's been having just a phenomenal season from that left tackle position as a sophomore. And so that's a great block, a great run, and it feels good to be in the end zone once again.
Not much resistance on that left side. The blocking was fantastic. Here comes the extra point kick. And the ball, it's no good. Well, it makes it a 5-point game with 7:37 to go. We haven't done that very much this year.
We haven't, but that's not the end of the world. It's still a 1-score game. We're going to be chasing those points because we gave up that 2-point conversion to Lebanon, so that's a 3-point swing, and therefore we're up by 5.
All right, we've played not quite 5 full minutes. 2 touchdowns in the half. The score 27-22. West Plains back in a minute on KDY.
Just arrived at Monty's. New fall favorites like Columbia fleece, hoodies, and flannel shirts at 20% off. Find the latest styles of Under Armour, Hook, and Life is Good apparel, all at 20% off. Check out the restocked hat wall, over 400 new hats available. And take a look at all the latest in camo, boots, and hunting gear, like the new Tacticum Reveal 2.0 cellular game camera. Stock that trophy buck from your cell phone. All this and more just arrived at Monty's Outdoors.
Stuart Morrison Ready Mix has been serving the Ozarks for over 3 decades. Think about that. And takes great pride in producing quality concrete, offering competitive prices. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix is ready to help you with all your residential, commercial, or agriculture concrete and rock needs. Give them a call today, 256-8171. Stuart Morrison Ready Mix, where you get concrete results every time.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Short kick on the ensuing kick by Chase Larson is caught on the run, and the receiver will fall at near the 29-yard line, maybe the 30. It'll be first down for Lebanon. If a defense can get a stop in this game, you might win the game tonight.
Yeah, exactly right. This may come down to one possession towards the end of the game, so anytime we can get a turnover, either on downs or a fumble interception, that's going to help our cause, especially with the lead.
West Plains is forced to turn over tonight on a fumble. West Plains has turned the ball over with a fumble. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of Lebanon. Option play running left, trying to get to the corner, and he gets to the corner, 40-45, and out of bounds. Again, Lebanon doing a good job sealing that end on the option play running left. And that was a good gain of 16, 1st and 10 for Lebanon.
And I'll just say it is pretty easy to seal an end when you have a hold of them.
I wasn't going to say it. I thought, well, maybe Reed saw that too, so that makes me feel better.
Yeah. I think the whole crowd saw it.
All right. You know, Harry would say, hey, what's up with that? It's first down and back to throw. He wanted to throw deep, rolls out right past wide open receiver, 45-yard line, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, and finally tackled at the 37-yard line, and a first down for Lebanon.
That wasn't his intended receiver, I don't think, when that play first started, but he was able to check down and find Cade, what's his last name? Musia. I can never pronounce it right. I found him wide open over here in the flat.
So the Jackets, they're trailing West Plains by 5, and they have it at the 37 of West Plains. Smith keeps option running left, and he'll bull forward across the 35 near the 34-yard line. So a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. I can't remember many plays tonight for either defense where they were able to stop the other offense for a short gain on first down. It's been 5, 6, 7 yards.
You're right. I don't think we've seen any negative plays on either side, or very few.
And it's 2nd down, that is. Now running play Musia. He'll get across the 30. Looks like the 29, and that's going to be just short of a first down. It's going to be short by close to a yard. They got to get it inside the 29. It's just across the 30 right now. Good place for a fumble. 3rd and short, running play, Musia. And he'll burrow up inside, and he'll pick up good yardage. He'll get a first down on a gain of 5. 1st and 10 for Lebanon.
Tackled by number 51, Quincy Doolittle.
Quincy Doolittle gets credit for the tackle. Well, this Lebanon offense, you got to buckle your chin strap because they're generally going to come right at you. Smith, the quarterback, busted play, turns it up inside, and there's a negative or neutral gain. It looked to me like he wanted to give the ball to someone who wasn't there.
Yeah, I think he might have just spun out of the snap the wrong direction. So he did a complete 360 and finally decided just to tuck it up and try to get something positive out of it.
Something else that kind of tips off it was a busted play. Anytime you see the quarterback turn and no one's there and he runs straight back toward the line of scrimmage, he's just trying to keep it from being a negative play. Toss play running left. They get it to Glenn Denny. He gets to the corner and he is tripped up across the 20 near the 16-yard line. And that is still going to be shy of the first down by about 2 yards. With 4:43 and this clock just keeps on going. I mean, this is easily going to be the quickest ball game we've had all year unless these teams start deciding to throw it in the fourth. 3rd down and 2, 16-yard line of West Plains. Handoff, Musia, there he goes. 5-yard line, touchdown. We have had no answer for that kid tonight.
No, he's a great running back, and I was afraid that that's exactly what was going to happen tonight. What I'm pleased with is that we're able to match up with them score for score. So we knew they were going to score points, and we knew Musia was going to be good, and it certainly turned out that is the case.
28-27, Lebanon by 1, and I would be surprised if they didn't go for 2 here. Especially after watching West Plains last week kick 2 field goals, so they've got that in them. And they're going to go for 2. Kevin Smith, the quarterback, single back, and man in motion from right to left, handoff Musia, and he was not touched as he went into the end zone over the left tackle that time. 4:22 to go, 30-27. Lebanon leads by 3. And we're back in a minute on KDY.
Are you in the market for a new home here in southern Missouri? Hi, this is Michaela Jones with USA Mortgage. I have over 20 years experience in real estate lending and can help guide you through the process. When you're ready for a loan, find me on Facebook or in the Silver Springs Business Complex, just off Bypass 63 in West Plains. We are USA Mortgage.
JAS Acquisition Company, LLC, DBA USA Mortgage, NMLS 227262. Not a commitment to lend. Additional terms and conditions apply. Headquartered 12140 Woodcrest Executive Drive, Suite 150, St. Louis, Missouri. 63141. Toll free 888-250-6522.
If you happen to be in an accident, keep this in mind. You have a choice in who tows your vehicle. So make the right choice and call 256-7628 for J&J Recovery and Towing of West Plains. They answer the calls 24/7. They will get to you fast and take your vehicle to the destination of your choosing. So if you're in a wreck, breakdown, or whatever reason you might need a tow, make the right choice and call J&J Recovery and Towing 256-7628.
It's kickoff time. What are you football fans?
Lebanon Yellow Jackets have regained the lead. And here is the kick. Taken at the 21. Aiden Simpson fakes, hands off, looks for a lane. Here he goes, 30, 40, 35, 40 to the 50-yard line. And Jesse Hudson takes it all the way back. It's a short field at the 35-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, great run back. That was Heston Miller, actually. And like you said, I can't hardly tell the numbers either, but Heston Miller came up the sideline. That was a great run once he got the ball, had the speed, absolutely mowed over the kicker.
20-something, great return. 4:11 to go in the third quarter. 30-27. West Plains just gave up a score, but now playing on the short field. They're going to say he was down or out of bounds, I guess, at the 36. So Heston Miller with a big return there, and that gives West Plains the short field to work with. And we can score with Lebanon if we can keep getting this kind of field position.
Yeah, eventually we are going to have to make a stop, though, and so that's what our coaches, our defensive coaches, are thinking about right now while they're taking a break.
Running play left. Here's the handoff. Skip, missed tackle, up across the 25, near the 23-yard line. And another nice run that time. Carter McCracken on the run. And that will move the chains. He got exactly 10, it looks like.
That's good enough for a Zizzer.
And he has to have well over 150 yards rushing in this game, I would say.
30-27 is the score. If you've missed it to this point, boy, you've missed a lot. A lot of stuff going on. Lebanon just regained the lead. Now West Plains ready to yank it back. 3:40 to go in the third. Handoff, left side, trying to bounce it wide, and a shoestring tackle brings McCracken down at the 18-yard line. He had some green out there in front of him to the right. That's where he was headed, but he got tripped up.
He was headed for green pastures, and somebody got him right across the front of his left foot.
So it's second down and 5 yards to go. Staggered eye with Howell at fullback to the left. Handoff in the backfield, follows the blocking. Here's McCracken, I think, gets it down near the 10-yard line. I'm going to have to qualify that now. Carter McCracken with the run down to the 10-yard line, and that, they're going to say, is another first down. And it should be first and goal. I'll tell you, Lebanon has given up 49 points all year.
Yeah. We're playing very, very well offensively.
High formation, tight end left. Toss play, running left. Not much room there, but Miller makes a move. Bulls forward, falls back, touchdown. How about that run? Heston Miller had the momentum, was backpedaling, and he got across the goal line from 10 yards out. And here we go again. West Plains on top, 33-30.
Yeah, Joel Wyatt's got a decision to make here. I would say we're just going to kick the extra point, go up before.
So lots of folks getting in on the act tonight. That came with 2:39 to go in the third.
And as soon as I say that, we're going for it.
We're going for two. Well, if you make, here's the thing, the way I would break it down, I would say if you kick the extra point, then you're still a field goal down anyway, at the very least. Here's a running play up the middle, straight in, touchdown, or 2-point conversion. Carter McCracken with a 2-point conversion. Then on the other hand, they haven't been able to stop us all night, so why not go for two?
Yeah, why not go for two? And that it makes it a 5-point spread now. If they somehow score, we're down towards the end of the game and possibly could win it with a field goal.
So 2:39 to play. West Plains 35, Lebanon 30. Back in a minute on KD1.
Hi, Zizzer fans. It's the Long Brothers again.
Do you know what we love most about Zizzers football?
Cheerleaders?
Popcorn? Goodbye! Sure. We also love that it brings the community together to celebrate one thing we can all agree on, the love of our town.
So thank you, West Plains athletes, parents, fans, teachers, and coaches.
Thank you for your continued support of Long Electric.
Long Electric, 293-6884.
Hello, my name is Hazel Patel. My husband and I purchased a home through Assurance Realty with Angie Worley as our real estate agent. We were very happy with the process from start till the end. We have been very happy with her services.
Hi, this is Angie Worley with Assurance Realty. If you have property to sell in either Missouri or Arkansas, we are the brokerage for you. Call 417-372-5420 and ask how we can help prepare your home for a smooth transaction. And remember, at Assurance Realty, it's all about you.
The ensuing kick, West Plains up by 5, and it's taken at the 19, at 25, 30, 35-yard line. Tackle made at the 40, and Lebanon will start from there. First down and 10. Talking about two offenses that are playing with some confidence. Both of these teams are really doing a good job on the offensive side.
They really are. I mean, I almost wish I didn't have a dog in the fight, because this has been a very fun game to watch from both sides. I mean, you're looking at two very good operating football teams right now offensively.
First and 10 from their own 40. Lebanon on offense. Our temperature is dropped back. We're down to 58 degrees right now. You can feel that cool air coming into the press box here. And a lot of people, most people came prepared. Flexbone with a single running back. Man in motion, Glendenning. He takes the toss, running left, trying to get to the edge. And he is heading down after a short gain on the play. Terrific job that time. I think Jesse Hudson well, there were other people out there, so I can't just give it to him. But Jesse Hudson is going to get credit for the tackle. That's the first time we've beat him to the edge tonight and stretched the field out. I think you're right. And Jesse Hudson had to fight off a block to get there. Did a great job getting to the sideline and making sure he didn't get anywhere. Something rare. 2nd and long. That's for either team. Handoff, not much. Gain of 2 up to the 43-yard line. And the tackle made that time by, I think Seitz on the tackle.
He's tackled by number 51, Quincy Doolittle.
So 3rd and long. So we'll see how Lebanon responds here, but 3rd and long is not, they're going to give them about a yard and a half on that after the fact. Oh, my gosh, what a spot that was. Yeah. All right, 3rd down and 6. Let's see if Lebanon goes up top here. Option, toss to the right, getting to the side, 50-yard line, turning it inside and getting down to the 42 and a first down. So there's not any flags thrown on us, but there also is not any flags being thrown on Lebanon. So there was a pretty egregious block in the back on that one out here on the perimeter, but no blood, no foul, and we're going to live to fight another set of downs here. Gain of 15 for Musia. 1:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Gavin Smith, the quarterback for Lebanon, inside counter play. They'll hand it off. Glendenning hit hard, keeps his feet, finally driven down at the 37-yard line. Good initial stick that time by Alex Judd. The running back was able to spin out of that, but thank goodness we had some other black jerseys there to clean it up a little bit. A lot of the time, Alex Judd will make a stop, a really good play, which happens quite a bit, and I'll have to look at the roster. Is he really still a sophomore? He is going to be such a good player. Smith on the handoff. Musia barrels it up front, and he'll get across the 25-yard line, down near the 23. And that'll be a pickup of, well, I said 33, actually the 33-yard line. And there'll be a gain on the play of about 4. So let's see what we can get done here. 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. Be a great time for a turnover. Let's see if West Plains really comes hard here and keys off Musia. Here's the handoff to Musia. He's hit, gets across the 30, and that will be a first down and a gain of 4, maybe 5 on the play. You know, Musia, if he gets the ball and they're within 3 yards of either the end zone or the line to gain, he's almost assuredly going to get there. He's not real big. They've got him listed at 6 feet and 205. But boy, he plays bigger than that. And he runs downhill. So it's that's one reason why he plays bigger. He's running downhill and he makes quite an impact once he hits the line of scrimmage. Here we go to the 4th quarter as the 3rd quarter ends. The score, West Plains 35, Lebanon 30. Back in a minute on KDY.
Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, we have it all for you. Hirsch Feed and Farm Supply, where we love what we do.
Hi, this is Garrett. Your backyard should be a fall oasis, not a challenge. With Steel, you can enjoy great value on outdoor power equipment that will get you there. From lightweight battery-powered blowers to easy-starting powerful chainsaws, Steel has what you need to take on your to-do list. Stop in and see us today.
Wilbanks Tire in West Plains is your stop for any auto or tire repair you may need. Wilbanks Tire has been in business in West Plains since 1978, so they are well established and reliable in the community. Open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday at 201 West 2nd Street in West Plains. Call the guys at Wilbanks Tire for tire specials and for auto and tire repair. 256-9571. 256-9571. Wilbanks Tire, proud supporter of the West Plains Zizzers.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
First team to stop the other team wins the game. Let's see what happens. It's now going to be on 1st down and 10. Option play, Smith, kind of a busted play, but he keeps it to the 20, to the 15. He's at the 11. He's down to the 6 before the stop is finally made in the secondary Jesse Hudson over there to help make the stop along with Watson Hafer. But that's a big run. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 11 for Lebanon. It sure looked to me like he missed the handoff on that play.
I'm not quite sure what he had going on, but he was able to make diamonds out of coal on that particular play.
So first down and goal. I said the 11. He's actually at the 6. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Handoff Musia over the right side, dives, and he is in for a touchdown. But multiple whistles at the end of the play. But I don't see any. There's a flag that just now went up in the air, and the Lebanon players are clapping, and that's not a good sign.
No, it is not. We'll see what happens here, and that's probably going to be a penalty on the ensuing kickoff.
A guarantee. Unsportsmanlike against West Plains, so that means Lebanon will kick off from our 45.
Yeah, and I didn't see any contact or anything, so it had to have been somebody's mouth moving when it shouldn't have been.
Man, and those are the easiest penalties to avoid.
Yeah.
Shut up. You just got to shut up. 36. It doesn't really matter what the other team does. I mean, they can talk all they want, but it's like the personal foul thing. A lot of the time, it's the second guy that gets caught.
Absolutely.
36-35, going to go for 2 and a 3-point lead. Quarterback will hand Musia over left guard, and he's in for 2. So, with 11:30 to play, it's Lebanon 38, West Plains 35. Back in a minute on KDY.
If you own one truck to a fleet of trucks, TLG Peterbilt understands that when you have one broke down, it's more than lost time. Here at TLG Peterbilt, uptime all the time means we have the right parts for all models of trucks and trailers to get your truck back on the road and your drivers home for the game. Hey, this is Damon with TLG Peterbilt in Willow Springs. We proudly support our West Plains Zizzers. Visit us at tlgtrucks.com or on Highway 60 in Willow Springs.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedic and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why they are on the sidelines cheering you on and ready to step in should anything happen. Dr. Edwin Roeder is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about the OZH Orthopedic and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
38-35, Lebanon, they mark off the penalty, and sure enough, they're going to kick from the 45, and if you don't, this would be a great spot just to do a little onside or squib kick, try to get the ball back if you're Lebanon.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully we've had that conversation with our front line of return specialists here, so we'll see what happens.
And since your defense can't stop the other team, that makes it, to me at least, that would make it more likely. Here we go. The approach from the West Plains 45. He's going to kick it deep. Well, that didn't help your team at all. So it goes out of bounds. Thank you very much. 38-35, West Plains ball.
Basically no penalty.
Exactly. Exactly. They did nothing to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
So, 38-35. It's been a wild game, and West Plains will have a chance here to get the lead back. Still a lot of time to go. 11:30 in the football game. Aiden Simpson gets the play from his head coach, Joel Wyatt. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. I still can't get over that. The 45, at worst, you're probably going to give up the ball at the 30 or 35-yard line. Simpson, play action. Back to throw. He's going deep. Got to get wide open, and it's caught by Briggs Houston. First down, West Plains at the 38 of Lebanon, and that is a gain of 42 yards.
Great throw that time. Briggs Houston was wide open and very wisely waited on the ball and came back to it a little bit and made a play and bailed his quarterback out a little bit. That's one thing we haven't seen up to this point. We've been giving up on balls a little bit, so the fact that he came back and was able to catch that ball is huge.
A lot of people think about doing it, but not a lot of people do it. If you go with that play action pass on first down in a situation like that. Briggs was behind the defense by a good 5 yards. West Plains calls time. We do too with 10:58 to play. West Plains trails Lebanon 38-35 on KDY. Back in a minute.
If you are buying or selling real estate, you need an agent that will dot all the I's and cross all the T's. At Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty, they take pride in their customer-focused approach to every situation. Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. Don't settle for average. 417-255-2121.
Hey, this is Katie Watson at Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty in West Plains. Whenever you're ready to buy or sell, come see me at 1822 Porter Wagner Boulevard.
Do you have trouble getting started in the morning? Need a little help? Conquer the morning with Mountain Dew energy drinks from Pepsi Mid-America. 180 milligrams of caffeine, which is about 2 cups of coffee. 0 grams added sugar. There's zinc to help support your immune function, and vitamins A and C, antioxidants, Dew charged with 6 great flavors, and the perfect way to start the day. Conquer the morning with the help of Mountain Dew energy drinks from Pepsi Mid-America.
The Zizzers play here on today's Hot New Country KDY.
It's first down and 10 for West Plains from the 38 of Lebanon. Now the spread set. Simpson will keep it around the left end. Has some blocking. He's at the 30. He's at the 25-yard line and inside the 25 and out. Looks like the 23. That's going to be a first down and then some as West Plains moves to change. And Lebanon's defense still is yet to stop West Plains offense.
Yeah, West Plains offense is firing on all cylinders. That's at least the 4th or 5th ball carrier that we've been able to get into the game and get good positive yardage. And when a team's able to do that, they're very hard to defend.
West Plains has the football inside the 25 at the 24-yard line of Lebanon. Down by 3, early 4th. Handoff running to the right. Here comes Miller, has some lead blocking, and he's going to be stopped short of the 20 at the 21-yard line. There's one of those plays that went wide, and there's really not much there. You just got to get what you can get and snap it again. In fact, they're going to say no gain on the play. Second down, well, they say there was a 3-yard gain. So it's second down and 7.
Yeah, Lebanon did a good job able to string that out to the sideline, and you got to know that they practiced that because I'm sure their eyes pop wide open when Heston Miller gets the ball.
Second down, 7. Running play left. Here's McCracken. Oh, they got him going sideways, and they got him in the backfield. That time, Caden Musia, who has scored 4 touchdowns tonight, came up from linebacker and put the hit on the ball carrier. So no gain on the play. It'll be third down and 7. But West Plains has had success both running and throwing the football, so Lebanon can't load up one way or the other here.
I certainly hope that they do.
All right, Miller will be wide out to the right side. Briggs Houston is in the slot right. 3rd and 7, rollout pass. Aiden Simpson looks right. He throws, and a diving catch. Did he get it? Yes, he did, and that's a first down for West Plains, and Heston Miller on the reception. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line of Lebanon.
That was a nice play, good throw, good catch. It was in a position where nobody else had a chance at the ball except for Heston Miller. Great first down.
So now, 9:23 to go. Trying to remember, has Aiden Simpson had an incompletion yet?
I don't believe so.
Man, he has really thrown the ball well. 1st and goal from the 8. Let's get 6 here. Handoff. Here's McCracken. Finds a gap. Gets to the 6-yard line before he is finally driven back.
Number 26, Carter McCracken on the carry.
And so it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 5.
At the line of scrimmage by number 36, Jax.
9:05 and counting in the 4th quarter. Haven't said much about it so far, but in this football game, we've got 2 state-ranked teams. West Plains is number 10 in Class 4. Lebanon is number 3 in Class 5. We have 2 of the best football coaches coaching tonight in the state. Back to throw, out to the flat. That ball is going to be incomplete. A low pass intended, I think, for Jesse Hudson over on the left edge, and that ball hit the ground, and sure enough, I had to say it.
It's your fault, Harlan.
My fault. 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line.
First incompletion of the night. It's very, very important we get at least some points out of this, even if it's a field goal. If we get some points out of this drive, and then hope our defense can make a stop.
Well, the ball is sitting right on the right hash mark here in the south end of the field. Briggs Houston is wide out to the left, and he could be a target here on 3rd down and goal from the 5. Play action. The throw, the ball is in the corner, and is it going to be intercepted? Intercepted in the right corner of the end zone that time. And Lebanon gets the turnover, and what a huge one it was. Jacoby Fultz with the interception. That ball must have been forced just a little bit. It was crowded over there in the right corner of the end zone. Lebanon gets it back with 8:34 to go.
And that's exactly what we didn't need to happen, so that makes it even more important that our defense gets a nice stop here. That way will give us a chance towards the end of the game to go for the win.
Okay, 8:34 to go. This is the biggest series of the night. Out of the flex bone from their own 20, Lebanon with a 3-point lead. They'll hand it off. And look at Musia just drag people up to the 26. Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4. I bet Cade Musia sleeps until noon tomorrow.
I bet you're right. He's definitely a workhorse, but my goodness, what a good football player. And he has definitely been the difference maker for the Yellow Jackets.
We see good football players every week. We see him from other schools, and he's going to go down as a noteworthy one from our games this year. Toss play running right. They'll give it to the wingman. He speeds up the sideline. He'll be knocked out of bounds after a good gain. Nearly got to the 50-yard line. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 to go, as that will stop the clock as they get the chains moved. Now we're under 8 minutes. And here's the thing. There's still 8 minutes to go in the ball game, but the way this game has been played, that's not that much time.
That 8 minutes will evaporate rather quickly.
All right, with a 5-man front from the 45-yard line of Lebanon, they'll hand it off, and I mean bang, just like that after a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. They gave it to, well, naturally they gave it to Musia. He picked up 3 on the play.
I feel that's Miles Foster in there. Yeah, big. No, they're going to give it to Alex Judd, but I think it was Miles Foster.
All right, 2nd down and about 7 from the 48-yard line. Handoff right. There goes Musia. Breaks the tackle, gets up across the 45, and that'll be enough for a 1st down as he gets it to the 42-yard line of West Plains. Gain of 10 on the play.
Yeah, now that we're at that point in the field where the defense has got to buck up and make a play right here. You got to fight off the blocks. It's going to be tough. You know what they're going to do. You just got to be in the right position. You have to play aggressive and make a play.
It may be too soon to sell out and just go man-to-man on the outside, because they haven't even been lining up with a wide receiver for the most part tonight. 1st and 10 from the 42 of West Plains. Musia, the unstoppable one, gets across the 35 and is driven back, but he picked up about 9 yards on the play. Boy, the offensive lines have been pretty much having their way tonight.
Yeah, and it's, as an old offensive lineman, that's fun to watch because both offensive lines are playing extremely well. We're going to get called with a face mask, which is going to tack on another chunk of yardage onto that play.
Let's see if it's a 5 or a 15-yarder. 5 yards. Well, that's a break and to an extent. So it's 1st down and 10 for Lebanon from the 28. and absolutely positively have to keep them out of the end zone here. 6:44 and counting. Hard snap count, no one jumped. And now on first down and 10. They'll run right over right tackle. Musia will be tackled across the 25-yard line. And the tackle that time, I think Miles Foster on the stop. So it's a gain of about 4 or thereabouts. Second down and 6. 6:05. That clock keeps it moving. Someone's got a McGriddle down here underneath us. Second down and 6. Quarterback will run it. He'll go right over the right side, get across the 20 to the 15-yard line, and that's another first down. And a nice gain on the play of about 11 yards.
Lebanon's getting a very good push off the snap, and we're not able to give them much resistance. And they're pretty much having their way with us on this drive, Harlan.
You know, you are tempted. I think I'd be tempted to go goal line defense. Here we go on first down and 10 from the 14. Quarterback keeper again gets to the side, turns it up inside, cuts across. He's at the 6-yard line before the tackle was made by Alex Judd. That's going to be short of the first down, but he got 9. Boy, Lebanon, they've had their run of things here in the second half. They have run 10 more plays than West Plains in this half. Man in motion, and now they'll stop and reset. And now they'll hand off in the backfield, and a hit made. No, he keeps the football. He pulled it out, and the quarterback driven back at the 3-yard line. I thought, will we finally stop Musia? Well, he didn't have the ball.
Didn't have the ball, and the quarterback, we actually had him stopped for a loss, and he was able to spin out of it and get positive yardage. So they're going to give them, was it second and goal from the 2, from the 1.
Holy smoke, what a spot that was.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're going to call it first and goal from the 1.
4:33 to go, in Lebanon, with the way this game has gone, can put some salt on it right here. 38-35, under 4.5 minutes to play. Timeout's going to be called by Lebanon. We take a timeout. 4:21 to go in the fourth. Lebanon threatens, leading 38-35. And back in a minute on KDY.
If you're a small business owner, think about everything you need to help your business succeed. You need a plan, happy customers, steady cash flow, and an insurance agent that gets you. State Farm agent Justin Shelby runs a small business in West Plains and Houston too, and he understands the unique needs of local business owners. Justin Shelby will make it easy to choose the right protection at the right price.
Contact me, State Farm agent Justin Shelby, for your small business needs today. Like a good neighbor, Justin Shelby State Farm is there.
If you need assistance with a commercial loan, it's as simple as coming by, being greeted with a smile, and visiting with our lenders to determine the best loan for your needs. With more than 300 combined years of lending experience, the West Plains Bank and Trust Company lending team takes pride in being your local lending experts. We can help you get your business started or help it grow with necessary expansions. Either way, your loan decision is always made locally. West Plains Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Ozark Conference football excitement continues now with the Zizzers on KDY.
Well, West Plains has got to come up the goal line stand here at the 1-yard line. First and goal. Gavin Smith for Lebanon. Up by 3, hands off, dive over the top, and there's no signal yet. No signal now, touchdown. A 1-yard run by Musia. His 5th touchdown of the night.
Yeah, I wonder how many touchdowns he has on the season. I'm willing to bet it is oodles of them. He is quite a high school football player, folks.
So that happens with 4:14 to go. And I was going to say when the fourth quarter started, no one is left. This is such a good game. But we're starting to see the crowd head to the parking lot now, some of them at least. Extra point try, hold down, kick is up, and the kick looks good, and it is good. 4:14 to go in the fourth quarter. Lebanon 44, West Plains 35. Back in a minute on KDY.
Current Incorporated.
Hey, I need my computer fixed. Did I call the right place?
Yes, Current IT will get you up and running.
I thought you did electrical.
We do.
And HVAC?
Yep.
Internet?
That's us.
You do pretty much everything.
You could say that.
Will you change my oil?
No.
Current Incorporated in West Plains. You know what to do.
Real fast service right to your door. Call 257-0504. 257-0504.
Hi, this is Taylor Gruball with Taylor Gruball Chevrolet Buick and GMC in West Plains. Check out our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, including the largest selection of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams in West Plains. Stop by today.
Find new roads at Taylor Gruball Chevy Buick and GMC.
And get great buys from nice guys.
It's where to go and buy your car. Great service and best price by far. In West Plains Mo, it's where we are. Taylor Gruball Chevrolet in West Plains.
It's back to the field for more Zizzer football action on Hot Country KDY.
Here's the ensuing kick by Lebanon. We just about have to run this thing back to have a shot. Here's the kick. And stumbling on the reception was Watson Hafer down to a knee at the 27-yard line, and that's where the play ends.
Well, it's safe from clock that way. Always look at the bright side here. But, yeah, you're exactly right. We have to score, and we have to score quick on this possession, and then you're hoping to make a defensive stop or a
onside
kick or hopefully a turnover when Lebanon gets the ball back. So we got work cut out for us here. It's not impossible, but things need to work in our favor a little bit.
We've had more success on onside kicks than we have stopping them on defense.
Correct.
First down and 10 for West Plains, 27-yard line. Let's see if we start pumping it up right here. Here's the snap fake. Slant over the middle. That ball is caught, and that Briggs Houston is who I thought. No, that's going to be Watson Hafer at the 40-yard line. And so a gain of 13 and a first down.
You know, in a typical game, you're playing somebody like Glendale, 4 minutes is a lot of time. You're playing somebody like Lebanon, 4 minutes might as well be 30 seconds.
4 wide, single back to the left of Aiden Simpson from the 40. He's back to throw. He looks over the middle. He moves out of the pocket to his right. Got pressure from behind. Flag is down behind the play. Down the sideline, pass is incomplete. And we're going to get a holding call against West Plains.
Yeah, they threw that flag pretty much immediately. Our offensive lineman does not agree. But sometimes it doesn't take much to draw a flag on holding, especially on a passing play.
And with the number of penalties that we have accrued over the last 3 years, the officials don't come into things biased, but they they talk to other officials, and they know that West Plains is penalty prone, and I just think you're going to look for it more on the Zizzer side than you are the other side. It's not being biased or anything. It's just the way it is. That's the reputation you get.
That, and there officials meet with the opposing coach and with the home coach before each game, and that allows the coach to point out some things to look for, and I'm sure everybody we play says, hey, ref, watch the holds.
10-yard penalty, first and 20. Simpson to throw. He throws down the left side. Ball is caught and out of bounds. I'll stop the clock, and that's Briggs Houston on the reception. Stops the clock with 3:40 to go. That gets a good chunk of that penalty back. It'll be second down and about at 11. Ball at the 39-yard line. And you know something? Lebanon's defense has to really be tired. They've been out there a lot tonight, especially in the first half. Motion man is Miller. To the flat, high pass caught by Watson Hafer. He's at the 40 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So a gain on that play of 6. He was out of bounds, so that stops the clock with 3:32 to go. And all this by design, throwing the ball to the sideline, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. 3:32 to go. Well, if you could connect on a big play here, you're not out of the ball game. There's still 3.5 minutes left. Aiden Simpson back to throw it. Little screen to the side. Caught by Miller. Has a block. Turns it upfield. Gets to the 40-yard line before the tackle's made. And that'll be a gain of 14 and a first down for West Plains.
Clock's going to stop while they move the chains, and we better be up there and ready to run another play. Looks like the play's incoming, so as soon as they whistle the ball live, what they just did, we'll be ready to play.
Looks like Lebanon is only going to run 4 and drop everyone else back. Aiden Simpson for the Zizzers. Ball to 40. We'll hand it off to McCracken. Boy's got some room. Gets to the 35 and driven out of bounds on the near sideline. And that's a good pickup. It's going to be a gain of about 7. And it'll be 2nd down and 3. You know, West Plains is doing a really good job in this possession, throwing the ball to the sideline, getting out of bounds. They ran the ball that time, but Carter McCracken was running at an angle toward the sideline, and he got out of bounds again. 3:03 to play. So we've covered a fair amount of ground here and not used much time. 2nd down and 4. Back to throw to the side. That ball is caught by Miller. Slips one tackle. Gets inside the 30 to the 26. That is a first down. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. So a nice gain on the play of 8 yards.
That's good enough for a Zizzer.
And they'll start the clock as soon as they get the chains set on the far sideline. West Plains comes up to the line. They get set.
They haven't started the clock yet.
Well, good. Now a handoff in the backfield, and boy, not much there before the tackle is finally made. That was a draw play to McCracken, who got wrapped up in the backfield but was able to get at least a couple of yards out of it eventually.
Very lucky that we were able to get positive yards out of that. But again, that's not as important right now as getting something in the end zone.
Let's see if we take a crack at it here. Back to throw to the side. The ball is caught by Hafer. And again, he went down to catch the ball, and I think his knee went down to the ground too. So that'll be a loss on the play of a few yards.
Even worse, it's the clock is running because of it. So that'd have been better off if it had been an incomplete pass.
Well, we're down to 2:10.
Yeah.
It's just about time to take a chance. You got to take a chance. There's just
you have to.
No way around it. Down by 10 with 2 minutes to go and counting. Jesse Hudson is the wide receiver out left. From the 26, rollout pass. Good block in the backfield by McCracken. Throws upfield. Ball caught and out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Rylan Kinslow on the reception. And that'll be a first down. I assume it was Carter McCracken that made that block in the backfield to keep his quarterback upright with a chance to throw the ball. Man, that was a heck of a block.
So we really need to score either on this play or the next play, this play preferably. Otherwise, it is game over, I'm afraid.
Spread set from the 12. Simpson rolls right. He rolls. He throws to the corner in the end zone. That ball is going to be caught now at the 1. Heston Miller came back for the football like you're supposed to and caught it, went out at the 1. So it stops the clock with 1:38. And West Plains with a chance to get in the end zone and cut this lead down. Quarterback sneak right up the middle with a push. I don't see a sit. Now touchdown with 1:35 to go. Aiden Simpson with the score. And it's 45-41.
I think we have 2 timeouts left, Harlan. We had to burn one early in the first half, unfortunately, but we have 2. There's time here, but we have to make a defensive stop or force a turnover. And that's, as you well know, this has been almost impossible to do throughout the rest of the game.
Extra point attempt. We're going to try to kick this and make it a 3-point game. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. So that gives you a little glimmer of hope in that if you get the ball back, you're just a field goal down with 1:35 to play. We're back in a minute. 45-42, Lebanon, and you're listening to Zizzer Football on KDY.
For the last 2 years, selection in furniture stores was very thin. That's not the case at Brown Furniture and Appliance in downtown West Plains. Brown's Furniture has truckloads arriving every week, and they have a showroom full of furniture to fit any decor. Speaking of decor, they have that too, so you can get your home ready for fall. Maybe you're needing appliances. See Brown's. Brown Furniture and Appliance, growing with the Ozarks since 1949. 24-month, same as cash financing available with approved credit.
Edgeler and Harper Farm Equipment and Kubota have been helping people around the farm for over 40 years. You can get the job done and get it done right with the Kubota L-Series line of tractors, like the L2501 all the way to the L4701. See the powerful Kubota L-Series tractors assembled here in the USA at Edgeler and Harper.
Hi, this is Charlene Smith. Remember, we are 2 names you can trust, Edgeler and Harper and Kubota, Mountain Grove and West Plains.
West Plains football continues now on Hot Country KDY.
Here comes the onside kick. West Plains down 3, and here it is. Good bouncer. Oh, bounces off 2 guys, and then it's covered, I think, by Lebanon at the 41-yard line. Boy, that was close.
That we had every chance at that one. That was a perfect kick by Chase Larson. Made a really good bounce, and fortunately for Lebanon, they were able to cover the ball. So now it's down to our defense. They have got to make a stop. We have to force a turnover on downs, or better yet, strip the ball for a fumble.
That was your only choice right there, since we can't tell you who Lebanon's punter is.
You're exactly right. Yeah.
It's time to reach in and grab and try to pull that ball out if you're on defense. That's your only chance now. Lebanon will line up in the double wing. They'll hand the ball off to Musia. He'll pick up 2 yards. Timeout, West Plains. So 1:27 to go. And I agree with Reed here. I think that we still have maybe 1 timeout left.
Yeah, we need to make 3 stops here because you know they're not going to punt it. And then we might have a chance.
I mean, this has literally been a game where the punter could have taken the week off.
You're exactly right. I believe West Plains punted it once, and Lebanon has not punted at all.
45-42. I was sort of surprised they even handed the ball off there, because they're playing the clock. They're not playing the defense so much. Now, if West Plains if they run that same kind of play, West Plains stops them for a yard or 2, and you call a quick timeout, then you've got a chance. But you got to get a stop.
And essentially, if they get a first down, it's over anyway. So I mean, you have to get a stop.
Bring the house. Bring them all. Toss play, running to the right. They get to the side, a first down, and that'll take care of things tonight. They went with a wingman, and they ran the sweep around the right corner, which kind of a gutsy call, tossing the ball like that. But it turns out to be a good call, and they'll move it to the West Plains 44, and now they'll just take a knee, and this game will be over. Well, the final result is not going to be very palatable to us, but, man, what a football game this has been. Clock running, down to a minute. They hand it off again, and they'll pick up 9 more yards. And now we'll get another timeout after the 9-yard gain by Musia. And West Plains will call their final timeout. As long as they're handing the ball off, a lot of these people are too young to remember the Giants playing the Eagles.
Herm Edwards.
Herman Edwards, that was his entire career right there.
The miracle in the Meadowlands, isn't that what they called that?
Yep. I believe, I want to say Joe Pisarcik was the quarterback for the Giants. All they had to do was go down to a knee and take a knee, and for some reason they decided to hand the ball off. Next thing you know, Herm Edwards is a legend.
Yeah, and the coach for the Giants, I can't think of his name right now. You might know it, Harlan. He never coached again in the NFL after that game.
And we know why.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, 2nd down and 1, and they're going to go to the victory formation here. West Plains has no more timeouts. They'll snap it. Smith will take a knee, and that will essentially be the football game. So the final score is going to be 45-42, unless something extremely unique happens on this last snap. They do have to snap the ball. And anytime you snap the ball, anything can happen, but they'll be very careful here. Back from the 37-yard line, one more time, and that's it. 25 seconds and counting, that'll do it. And the Lebanon Yellow Jackets have gone to 7-0, and the Class 5, number 3 team of the state, has beaten the number 10 Class 4 team of the state, 45-42. And the crowd gives the Zizzers a hand on this side, as they should.
And they should, absolutely. I feel like we've just been through a 12-round heavyweight title bout with but, man, what a great football game. And I really can't say enough of how well we played. Of course, nobody likes to lose, and I'm included in that as well. But we gave it everything we had, and we should be holding our heads up and being very proud of the way we played tonight.
All right, final score 45-42. And we'll take a break here, come back and wrap it up next on KDY.
Howdy, mateys. Captain D here. I just came up with a great way to serve my scrumptious fish. A fish sandwich. I got Cajun catfish sandwiches, spicy giant fish sandwiches, and southern-style flounder sandwiches. So don't flounder around. Get into Captain D's and try one of my sandwiches, invented by me. Hey, while you're here, come by and try my seafood gumbo. For lunch or for dinner, Captain D's is a winner.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Friendly and familiar faces are the first thing you'll see as you walk through the doors at Don's Auto Service in West Plains. After 40 years of serving the Ozarks, Don's Auto Service makes sure their expert staff gets you the best and most qualified information on your vehicle repairs. Whether it's under the hood, maintenance, or tire related, they have you covered.
More than just a tire store. Don's Auto Service.
Has your doctor prescribed CPAP therapy? If so, we can help you learn the proper way to use it for the most results. Sleep apnea can cause other health problems if gone without treatment, such as hypertension, stress, and depression. We are focused on your health and will make sure your equipment is clean and operating properly. See us at Ozarks Healthcare Equipment, your trusted provider of home medical equipment for over 35 years.
For anything you need around the office, think Bureau. Office furniture? Think Bureau. Pens, paper, forms? Think Bureau. Cleaning and janitorial supplies? Think Bureau. Need supplies but you don't have time to get it? Think Bureau. They deliver. So for anything you need for the office, think Bureau. Stop by and see them just off the square in West Plains or online at thinkbureau.com. Bureau, 202 West Main in West Plains.
If you are buying or selling real estate, you need an agent that will dot all the I's and cross all the T's. At Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty, they take pride in their customer-focused approach to every situation. Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. Don't settle for average. 417-255-2121.
This is Corey Taylor, broker at Century 21 Ozark Hills Realty. When you're ready to buy or sell property, come see us at 1822 Porter Wagner Boulevard in West Plains.
Are you in the market for a new home here in southern Missouri? Hi, this is Michaela Jones with USA Mortgage. I have over 20 years experience in real estate lending and can help guide you through the process. When you're ready for a loan, find me on Facebook or in the Silver Springs Business Complex, just off Bypass 63 in West Plains. We are USA Mortgage.
AS Acquisition Company, LLC, DBA USA Mortgage, NMLS 227262. Not a agreement to lend. Additional terms and conditions apply. Headquarter 12140 Woodcrest Executive Drive, Suite 150, St. Louis, Missouri. 63141. Toll free 888-250-6522. West Plains Propane at the corner of Lincoln Avenue and Broadway is always ready to help you out. No one ever described an inviting home as cold and cozy, and West Plains Propane will make sure it never does. Wherever you are in West Plains and surrounding area, give us a call and we'll help you out. Call us at 417-256-3470 for a free estimate. West Plains Propane, making sure our customers are our warmest friends.
The team at Ozarks Healthcare Orthopedic and Spine is focused on your athlete's health. That's why they are on the sidelines cheering you on and ready to step in should anything happen. Dr. Edwin Roeder is proud to be the Zizzer team physician. The Ozarks Healthcare team sends best wishes to all athletes for safe play and great sportsmanship. For more information about the OZH Orthopedic and Spine, please visit www.ozarkshealthcare.com.
Hi, Zizzer fans. It's the Long Brothers again.
Do you know what we love most about Zizzers football?
Cheerleaders?
Popcorn? Goodbye! Sure. We also love that it brings the community together to celebrate one thing we can all agree on, the love of our town.
So thank you, West Plains athletes, parents, fans, teachers, and coaches.
Thank you for your continued support of Long Electric.
Long Electric, 293-6884.
Hello, my name is Hazel Patel. My husband and I purchased a home through Assurance Realty with Angie Worley as our real estate agent. We were very happy with the process from start till the end. We have been very happy with her services.
Hi, this is Angie Worley with Assurance Realty. If you have property to sell in either Missouri or Arkansas, we are the brokerage for you. Call 417-372-5420 and ask how we can help prepare your home for a smooth transaction. And remember, at Assurance Realty, it's all about you.
Now it's more Zizzer football excitement on Hot Country KDY.
A football game that saw over 800 yards of total offense. West Plains outgained Lebanon tonight, unofficially, just my running tally, 458 to 360, but lose the game 45 to 42. Unfortunately, when the season ends, you just tend to look at the final result and you forget some of the things that went into that particular game. We had so many good things happen in the football game tonight, Reed. The only thing that we didn't do well was we never did stop Lebanon.
Right. There's a lot of teams that aren't going to be able to stop Lebanon. They haven't been stopped all season, and I was really hoping that we had the magic mixture in our defense to try to get at least one stop during the game, and we weren't able to do so. But, man, I'm proud of our kids. They played hard. They were able to string together at least an offensive strategy and get behind or get ahead of the chains and not commit the holding penalties that have been so detrimental to our season. And man, this was one of the better high school football games I have ever seen, and it was a privilege just to watch it.
This game, in some respects, kind of reminded me of the playoff game a few years ago at Jeff City, Helias. That was the best football game that I've ever seen.
You bet.
And talked about big plays, but here tonight, it wasn't just a matter of West Plains. I thought the West Plains coaches did a tremendous job of attacking Lebanon. They had some things figured out, and they worked all game long. But not just that, but the kids executed, and they didn't have, like you said, alluded to the penalty thing. This is what can happen when you don't have the penalties dragging you down.
What we saw tonight will win us a bunch of football games, and this is going to be good for the rest of the season, and we can build off this loss, this game plan that we put together. We can build off this going into districts, and that's when the real season starts the conference is fun and it's for posterity, and you like to beat your rivals and all that good stuff, but you don't have a shot at getting a state ring by winning your conference. It's all about districts, and that's what we need to build for in these next 2 games against Waynesville and Parkview, and hopefully, keep our heads and continue to execute the way that we executed tonight.
I think the big takeaway from this game is, and we're headed toward the district, but the big takeaway from this game is, very quietly, this team is getting quite a bit better, especially offensively.
Absolutely. We might have made 2 or 3 offensive mistakes. We had a fumble, then we had an unfortunate interception down in the end zone. Those things happen, and that's football, and that's why the ball is shaped odd, and that's why the scores aren't 100 to 90. Things happen in football, and it's how you react to those setbacks, and I thought we reacted well. We made a couple mistakes that hurt us pretty good, but we came out and we tried to win. And we were in it all the way till the very end against the number 3 team in Class 5, and so that wasn't some shabby team that we were playing over there from up north in the Lebanon school district. That is a very well coached and a very talented football team that we took right down to the wire. So we should be able to hang our hats on that and find the small victories and get back to practice next week and build on what we did. One thing I was really impressed with is that we were way more patient running the ball tonight, taking what the defense would give us and following our blocks, and that's something that we didn't necessarily do very well against Kickapoo. So they obviously worked on that this week, but man, it worked with great effect in this game, and I think that will be a big eye-opener to these kids playing that, hey, maybe the coaches were right.
They may know what they're talking about.
They may know what they're talking about, and we'll just take what the defense gives us and see if we can string together an offense. So there you go.
Star of this football game, though, Cade Musia, the running back from Lebanon. He scored 5 touchdowns and was just unstoppable as West Plains falls short by 3, 45-42, to the number 3 team in Class 5 football in the state of Missouri. Just a heck of a football game, and I'm going to have to go back and watch some of this, I think, on YouTube and from our website. Next week, though, we're hitting the road. Paul Knight and I will be in Springfield at JFK Stadium, where the Parkview Vikings will host the West Plains Zizzers, and I think you can use this as a momentum game at the very least.
Oh, absolutely. Right? I mean, you can definitely build upon some of these small victories we had in this, and the coaches will be telling those players, "Hey, hold your heads up high. We played hard. Sometimes you just get beat, and that just happens in sports. Those guys over on the other sideline in the white jerseys, they were wanting to win just as bad as we are. They made the plays to win, and unfortunately we got the short end of the stick. So there it is.
Good game, though. 45-42. Lebanon wins it till next Friday night in Springfield from JFK Stadium. Parkview will be the host, and until then, for Reed Grigsby and for Nate Hudson in studio and Jim Lambert on the video, I'm Harlan Hutchison saying good night from McDonald's Field at Zizzer Stadium.